Yo.
So we are okay. Chat, can you hear us? Chat,
they can hear us. I clicked the button.
Oh, okay.
Look,
Check.
and now it says live. We're fine.
Okay. I was gonna say, guys, we just had one of those classic moments where we started the show for like 10 minutes.
It wasn't 10 minutes.
It wasn't
only
10. 8. Yeah, you're right. It was only 8.
All
That's
right.
fair. And yeah, so we were here.
It's okay. Hit it, Carve, whenever you're ready.
Hit that.
We're
We
gonna.
back.
This is our first time. I promise.
Well,
Yeah.
check one, two.
Podcast. Introducing.
Easy for Sheezy, Carver, just Chris.
Dude, I'm gonna do a whole side episode about drones with you guys later, okay?
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? What up, y'all? God damn, we in this motherfucker.
We in this
What
motherfucker.
up?
What up? We finally live. Sorry.
We are.
We did go live 8 minutes ago. Y'all missed it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. We just.
But we back.
There's a lot of buttons to click.
Yeah,
And
there
if
are.
you forget one out of the 7, it fucks up everything, guys. We got a big one today, boys.
Let's go ahead and give a shout out to the chat.
Oh, we gotta do our intro.
Yes. Welcome to Deck One Dealt. Before we talk shit about ourselves, we are the shit. And we're here to shit on a shit album. My name is Kyle,
not me. No.
I have to.
We're going to war.
I have to bring the shitting on Ouija Macc out. Yes, thank you, Shaggy. I have to bring the shitting on Ouija Macc out immediately because I want people to know immediately Ouija Macc sucks. So
No, that's
welcome
what you
to Deck
think.
One Dealt. My
That's
name
what
is
you
Kyle, aka Keezy, and these are my best friends.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Just Chris, or Stylish Chris, because I do have the hat on. Or today, Chris 17, because I'm going to war with this motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Get out of there, dog.
God, I hate that fucking dog. I'm going to war. I'm going to war for Ouija today, boys. I want Keezy to at least say I want to take his hate meter and turn it from a 9 down to a 7. That's all I want to get done today.
Go ahead. And lastly,
Carver Loyo, how y'all doing? Good to be back.
Yes.
I'm going to be here from this day forward every single day. The draft milking saga's done.
we're done with draft
It was a
milk.
cult.
Yes.
I got fucking roped into it.
Yes.
I got draft ropes on my face from it.
I'm glad you woke up. The thing was, he had been milking these giraffes. He finally fucking backed out because they told him that he had to use his mouth, and he wasn't down for that. And I'm proud of you.
I mean,
I'm proud of you.
Honestly, I was using my mouth the entire time. I don't know what do you mean?
that's how
It was another thing.
that's how you milk drafts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You gotta have like a.
Well, I'm glad that saga's
you
over.
got a deep throat. You know?
I'm glad.
No,
I'm
it's
glad we
over,
no
it's
longer
over,
have
man.
to think of creative ways of that you're drinking giraffe milk.
I
That's
thought
great.
I was doing a service to the community. It wasn't. I was lied to. I was tricked. So
Yeah, we got it, man.
Well, thank you for being back with us, man.
I'm back.
We
Bing
appreciate
bong.
it.
back forever.
Chris, go ahead and shout out the chat.
Fuck yeah, let's give a shout out to the chat. We're going to start off with Slater Records TV, my favorite motherfucking channel. I don't know where you watch it, but you need to figure it out and watch it. There's The Waking Eye. Sounds like a sequel to a fucking dope-ass like fable book or something.
Sounds like a name for another name for your butthole.
It does. That's true. Check it out, My Waking Eye. Bizarre 17. Man, I love Bizarre 17. Spamming the chat with the fucking 17s, fucking moons and hatchets. You know what I'm saying? We got Arch Empire. It might be that might actually be the Emperor from Star Wars.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure that's who we're dealing with right now. We got DJ Slug, the master of the motherfucking vinyls, scratching, mixing, doing all the shit, making beats magical. We got Swills Edition. You got to watch that shit. One of my favorite podcasts, always an entertaining fucking time. Chill with the man that runs the wheel. Then you've got Derek Bruno. Look, if gods walked the fucking earth, they would adopt Derek Bruno into their ranks. It's just a fucking fact. There's Ivy Killa. Ivy Killa, a day one, you know what I'm saying? We love Ivy Killa. He's always true. I hope it's a he. It is. I can't be sure, but I'm pretty sure. Jugga Crow, 17. It's like the Crow movie, only like more Fago and killing people with hatchets instead of like the weird shit that the Crow kills people
It's
with.
not like Crow 2.
No, not that bad. Like Crow 1 level, like dope Crow. We got Violent J, the Southwest Gangster Row, not the Northwest or the Northeast or any of those lame-ass regions. Southwest, okay? Then we've got Evil Mark. This is not good Mark. This is not holy Mark or even average Mark. No.
Evil Mark,
Not
huh?
here.
Evil Mark is the shit. If I
Evil Mark.
I follow.
Interesting.
I use the Deck One Delt Twitter to follow him.
Yeah.
And, I follow all Juggalos, but I pay attention to him because
Yeah.
he's forever posting banger after banger of one-liner jokes and puns and shit.
Fuck
Wow.
yeah.
He rules. Follow
Okay,
Evil Mark.
Okay,
Yes.
wicked funny, wicked funny.
Follow Evil Mark. And of course, Teasy. I love Teasy. You know what I'm saying? Teasy always representing C17 strong. Thank you for being here. So I have somebody else in my corner. Then I know Swill fucks a little with C17 too. And my hero is also here, Gage Von Weil. God damn, man. Gage Von Weil, anytime you're here, I'm just a happier person inside. I love you, fucking man. Jesus.
We love Gage.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest people there is.
That's everybody,
Yeah,
right?
special shout out to Gage, giving me kind words.
Yeah.
Love you, Gage.
And anybody else who, you got to be in the chat to say what's up. Shout out to anybody coming in a little later. Oh, and of course, Swill's sis, Jess, also one of my favorite people on Facebook.
So fresh.
Exactly. All right, guys. We're going to get to the Ouija album, and I'm going to fight to the fucking brim for Ouija on mainly against this man because I know you're indifferent. It might as well be a fucking sound of a vacuum cleaner.
All right. Before I could literally spend all episode just shit talking Ouija Macc, but we have other stuff to tend to.
We do. We have to talk about a few other newsworthy bits, guys. Okay. There's a new Stray song.
Bulbs.
There's a new Stray song out.
nice.
If you don't know who Stray is, he is an underground rapper. We're fans of him here. He's very, very dope.
Do you know what it's called?
I don't just type Stray.
I mean, he has a
Stray
shit.
SSO.
It's a hard name to Google, man.
I'll
Stray is
figure it out.
not the greatest rap name.
I just think
can't
of that
lie.
game with the cat.
I was listening to it
Yeah.
on the way here, so I just got to open up my Spotify.
Now I just want to play Stray.
Yeah, same.
The ending of the
called Hooves.
The ending of that's great.
It's called Hooves.
Oh, okay. Hooves. All right, we're
Yes.
gonna listen to it.
yes.
Okay.
like
Abso-fucking-lutely.
hooves.
Let's
like,
listen to this shit.
like Santanic hooves.
Like-
Yeah, kind of like he got feetses. He got feetses. Yes.
It's already Santana.
It's gonna have to be Santanic.
Already. It's
That's
got-
what's
it's got
entertaining. What up, Lenny? Whoop whoop.
It's got the Root System logo. It's got a goat.
Yes.
It looks like a scene from The Witch.
I am not your god, try my best to be a saint, but that don't mean I won't smack the fucking taste about your face. Call it
For those that don't know Stray, he's a lyricist.
It's dope.
Yeah, very, very
Right
dope
off,
rapper.
right off the rip. He's
No wonder why the
Yeah, he comes out hard.
unheard could all relate. I found a tribe amongst the hungry, tired of scraping the
I like the beat too.
Yeah,
It's like a
he's-
stripped down like primitive percussive beat.
It's like he just recorded this at the Stomp show.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean I'm hearing like barrels and buckets and shit.
Yeah, he works. He does some work with super famous Fun Time guys right now. He's kind of one of the like their singer homie. He's part of the super famous
Dude,
Fun family.
Yeah, I really like that beat. That's a very original sounding beat in this genre.
Yeah, yeah, it has like a very
Like,
primitive feel to it. So that kind of gives it almost like the Witch.
But I can see that being I can see this being used like in pop music.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, that's what's good about this. But yeah, you could hear even like somebody like Lardy B on this shit.
Yeah.
This song's tight.
Yeah, very
that
tight.
was
It gets my
dope.
mushroom stamp of approval.
Yes,
Boom.
sir. I
Mushroom
like
stamp
it.
of approval. Thank you for making drop shit, Stray. Everybody go listen to the new Stray song. There's also a new Buckshot and Boondocks video. You know how we feel
Now,
about.
we already knew about this
Yeah,
because
of course.
Buckshot pulled us aside and was like, "Hey, y'all, we made a video at Camp Zoo."
Yep, he actually told us about this.
He's like, "I made a video.
Right.
I made it at Camp Zoo. I made it with Boondocks."
He's such a slickster. He is. He's such a slickster. Man knows how to sell. Yeah, he told us that, so he kind of pulled us aside and was like, "Guys, we made a video. It's the shit. Just wait till you see it." But yeah, here we go. This is Hell's Kitchen. This was actually made at Camp Zool. So you're seeing the church and all that. At Camp Zool, while Buck was performing, Boondocks and Light actually came out like onto the stage, and it was live as fuck when they came out.
Yes.
Wilson Fisk.
I love Buckshot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very menacing man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He will. It's not like a joke. He'll slap the shit out of you, bro.
Yeah.
That's not like like the Buck slap. That's not like a joke. He will smack the fuck out of you.
I'm glad
he's
he's-
big.
I ain't trying to get slapped by Buck. I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
I'm glad he likes us.
Right, exactly. Don't get slapped. It's not a smart idea, man.
2 whoops for Buck.
Right. Yes, Swill, I know that we usually keep the level low, but we learned a long time ago that when we put it high, we get a lot of strikes.
Plus, we want to talk shit over it. Like, this
true.
isn't about just let's just watch the video together, guys. We want to make fun of it.
Yeah,
Right.
I want to make fun of how
Podcast.
little Boondocks.
Sitting.
Boondocks is a short dude, but I also say, like, he lost a shitload of weight.
Yeah.
I noticed that at camp.
Oh, wow. I
but,
didn't even know that was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Boondock. Yeah, he
Yeah.
lost a shitload of
Yeah,
weight,
he
man. Dude is
pretty good.
fit right now.
Yeah.
Bro.
He's like my size.
Yep. Yeah, shout out to all the buck fucks out there. That's, our little gang. We're known on the Discord as the buck fucks. And we were. I don't know if we are
don't think
anymore.
so anymore.
But yeah, we were for a long time, like a year and a half.
We're all forever buck fucks.
Of
in our
course.
heart.
We're always going to be buck fucks.
I mean, he's going in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. He's going in.
When he came out at Camp Zool, motherfuckers lost their
Dude,
shit.
I mean, Boondocks.
It was like Elvis walked out.
I know it was very tight. Boondocks is a secret dope ass rapper.
Yeah.
Like,
turncoat dirty.
He's very easy to overlook, but he can rap his fucking ass off. Truly, so can Light. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
He said dick.
Well, he said,
my God.
There was a shout out. Thank you. Shout out to Light. We knew it. We knew someone was officially going to show us some love. Thank you, Light. There it is. Well, that was Shaggy. Yes. Thank you,
Well,
Shaggy.
you know.
You know, Light actually came out with a new album a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I listened to it a couple times. It was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Light can rap, man.
Yeah. Don't sleep on Light.
I think like when he was on Psychopathic, he didn't have enough of a gimmick to really click, but he's a dope fucking rapper.
Yeah, his gimmick is just that he's a good rapper. That is-
Exactly. Yeah. That's what sucks is Juggalo's like the theatrics, man.
Yeah.
Juggalo's like a theatrical
And
performance.
Light's actually bigger than what I thought he was.
yeah, same.
I thought he was like super skinny.
Word.
They did a BBL from Boondocks to Light.
Bird.
So I'm gonna bring up the next article of news. I know not everyone's gonna be thrilled with this article of news, but goddamn it, we're gonna bring it up because we cover the underground and we like Twisted.
Bring it
around
up,
here.
newsman.
But
Bring it up.
Twisted has added more dates on their Coal Chamber tour. Hey, no, sorry, no, I'm sure it's gonna be a great tour. It's a great tour to go
sounds
on.
great.
But yeah, they did. So I just threw that out there. Just look it up.
Yeah.
This one is a big one. Juggalo Week. Well timed.
I just heard big
well
one,
timed,
and
man.
I thought about drafts for a second.
well,
and I got
well
happy.
timed board, man.
Yeah.
But the new Juggalo weekend tickets have been out or just dropped. You are now able to buy Juggalo weekend tickets. With
All
that,
right. Tell me the price. What's
with that, the price.
It's probably not too expensive.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're- yeah.
what is it? Just a couple days with a concert?
I mean,
It's just a couple days,
I think-
right?
Yeah, we can run that. We can. Yeah.
It's only.
I mean, the gathering's like $275. It can't be.
Yeah, I mean, there
Yeah,
ain't
it's no. It's obviously not going to be more than the gathering.
No way. Yeah, let's check
except
this
it
out.
is.
What?
Juggalo weekend this year for the entire weekend is 300 smackaroos, boys. 300 smackaroo for Juggalo weekend. Yes. That gets you into
Jerry.
Sorry, I can't shake like that because that offends people. I forgot. Jesus Christ. But still, yes, bro. $300
I'm gonna
for
pull
them
Jim
bad
Jarrett,
boys.
one of these damn
Christ.
guitars.
Woo!
So wait
Yeah.
a second. So if you didn't live in town,
It's $320 after fees. Thank you, Bizarre.
not only you pay that much for the ticket, you also got to pay for a hotel, flight, gas, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at a lot of fucking money.
Okay, so how much
Damn.
is the gathering going to be this year?
Oh yeah, look, if Juggalo weekend is 300, bro, boys, your prediction might be what? Was your prediction?
I was just
Or
gonna.
were you saying 300?
I was assuming it was gonna be 300.
That's what I was thinking, but man, we might be looking at a 354.
If Jelly Roll shows up, for sure.
Oh yeah, bro. That's look, man. I don't consider myself broke, but that's a hefty fucking fee, especially for Juggalo Weekend.
That's a price tag.
You know
man.
what, guys? I won't be able to get my wife to go to the gathering, even if Jelly Roll comes.
Why?
Really?
Because I got her Jelly Roll tickets.
God damn it, you moron!
you
ruined it.
I fucked it up.
You ruined it.
You're a bad, great husband.
How dare you? How dare you do something nice for her that's not Juggalo
I
related?
know.
You're supposed to maneuver. You're supposed to manipulate her into going to the gathering with Jelly Roll.
I know. I fucked up.
It's fine. Whatever. We'll still have fun.
Oh well.
We do know, like, whatever.
By the way, this episode is brought to you by Brisk.
Yeah, we're all.
Yes.
We got a
Iced tea.
We got a
Yes, guys, see, we do.
shipment of
We
these
really
fucking
do have a
things.
lot of these motherfuckers, bro. We don't even know where they came from.
We got a casement of them.
yes, an entire case.
We got a casement of Brisk.
I'm drinking that shit because it's pink. I'm just. I don't care. But yeah, 300
And you're
smackaroos,
gay,
though.
right?
Right, exactly. I really hope that that Clockwork does another Juggalo Day Kill Lumbus this year. Because last time when Juggalo Weekend happened, they had a Juggalo Weekend Kill or Juggalo Day Kill Lumbus during the Juggalo Day.
And we were gonna try to perform
something
at
here.
Clockwork's baby ballas, but they wouldn't have us.
Yeah, well, we sent an email to the booking. I sent an email to the booking, right? And the thing is, the way that it works now is if you're a jobber, you pay to be on that bill, and I'm just not going to pay to be on a bill.
No,
That's not
of
my
course
bag.
not.
That's not my bag. Cheers to anybody out there who's wanting to be a rapper, because I can see then where it's worth your investment. We're fucking
We're
around.
fucking
not
around.
rap.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
not
yeah.
rappers,
I'll
so
say
that
that.
doesn't hold any appeal for me. I just want to, fucking wild
Those
out.
shows are lit. If you can get on the bill and pay that hundo, do it.
Yeah,
Because,
they
those
pull
shows are
crowds.
lit, and I would say it's worth it if that's what you're doing. We just are playing around. It's not, So we don't want to take over somebody's spot who's really trying to, wants to fucking do it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
paying the money. And
Of course,
shit.
we're just goofing off. But I mean, we don't get us wrong. We would have fun. It would be cool, but it ain't like that important to us. Or
Right.
So
Shout out to the Zorgatron
So, yeah,
because
fuck Clockworky. I'm not-
he said I miss when Keezy worked at the Fago factory, and that was legendary.
yeah, that was
I
fun.
always said that I had the most Juggalo job in the world, other than you, and that was because you work at a Fago factory. You can't get more Juggalo than
Yeah,
that.
we'll hook up
And
with
they're working.
Slug. Sorry to cut
No,
you
you
off,
go.
but we'll hook up with Slug one of these days and do a set with him.
Oh, that would be so tight.
Fuck yeah.
We could set that. We need to set up our own. I think.
Kill
Yeah.
Keezy.
Legit.
Yeah.
I would love to do a Kill Keezy.
All right, we'll work on that.
Fuck yeah.
Get some monitors down here.
Right.
Build a little stage.
I was really excited about this next article of news that we can move to, and I was stoked. Superhuman
Oh yeah.
dropped a promo video for his cameo. It's probably my favorite Superhuman video he's ever done.
Like you didn't think Superhuman could get better, but it does.
It does. This shit had me reeling.
Yeah,
bro.
how do you get better than Superhuman?
Hold
you know?
on, wait, what happened here? Oh, it went to his cameo. I didn't mean that.
We're fitting to see this shit.
Yeah, this is good stuff. You're gonna
Bro,
like
I'm
this.
telling you, bro. Superhuman kills it. And this is probably his best work to date. And it's just a promo video for a cameo, but it's fucking kills me, bro.
Yo, do you want a personalized shout-out video for Superhuman? You can buy one today at Cameo.com. Woo, woo, fuck this shit, and ho, 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 motherfucker.
Nice sound effect.
Fucking doing you, said I don't know what I was gonna say. Fuck this.
Wait, watch that last part again.
Yeah, let's watch it.
I don't know what I was gonna say. Fuck this.
Oh, damn, dude.
Dude, that noise he makes.
You even hear whoever's filming, they even laugh as well.
Superhuman, man. I feel,
Dude, he's a
oh.
fucking legend.
Dude, he hits his head right on fucking
like Santa's
Santa.
dick. Like if his head like goes through Santa's dick.
I'm gonna play it at half speed.
Right, yes, please. Boom. Right. Dude, he's the shit.
Oh, Superhuman.
Fucking love that dude, bro. But and then to go from happy to sad, Gmo Ski, man, had kind of a concerning tweet, man.
Yeah, where
Or-
was that?
He
What? Gmo?
Gmo, yeah, if you go to his Facebook, I know he put it on his
Gmo,
Facebook.
man, come on.
Yeah, Gmo on his Facebook, he said, all he put, it was a vague post. He just put, "I need help."
Is it still up? Yeah, it's still up.
That's his most recent post.
Damn.
It just says, I need help. Very strange as well. If you go into the comments, usually Gmo is really, really big on
replying.
Yeah, he'll reply on all kinds of comments. He hasn't replied to a single comment. You know, because some people are saying, you know, what, you know, at first we made a few little jokes. You know, I've seen some people make jokes that were funny, but like, what does he need help with? Getting something off the shelf? But he would appreciate that if it wasn't going through some shit.
Funny.
But if you're actually going through some shit, Gmo, you know, I really hope that all that shit works out, man. But yeah, that's concerning. Hopefully, Gmo's all right.
I gotta ask: was he in a relationship with anybody?
I do see him sometimes post about his baby mama, and they are always together. Like, so I think they're together.
Yeah.
But I know he has like 2 kids with her. One of them's like within the past like year. It's pretty fresh, I think. But so I think they're still together.
Yeah.
But it's been months since the last time I've paid attention to that.
That could be it right there.
Yeah, that could change quick. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Okay, well,
That'll change it, man.
that's gonna be the news, boys.
For Gmo.
Yeah, I know. I hope everything's all right for Gmo, man. I really do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the big news.
You got
We've
kids, man. You got kids that love you, so you know you gotta stay.
right.
You gotta stick around.
We got Big Ballers next week. That's coming up. Big Ballers is going to be this next weekend.
You're gonna catch a couple of us at least at Axmas most of the night, and then
Yes, I'll be there.
I'll be coming to Ballas. I'm hoping to get there. I would love to get there like as the lights go off for ICP. Like, you know, like I walk in the door and the lights just go off. I'm
And
like,
that's you mean to start the show?
Yes, to start
The
ICP.
lights go down. You mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't want to see a single other than Mikey Clark. I don't want to see a single other bit of anyone else.
I want to see
prior
Ouija.
it.
I want to see Ouija. I wouldn't mind seeing JCW. I wouldn't mind seeing the stunt show.
That stuff would be cool, but the sad thing is that's all unfortunately going to be before fucking Wacko and Ouija and DJ Clay, which I have nothing against DJ Clay, but the last time I saw DJ Clay which is when he was opening for Shaggy, like earlier this year actually.
Yeah.
As far as JCW, one
Yeah.
word or 2 words, I don't know. One name.
Bizarre said Juff. Yes.
Cocaine.
I really hope he's there, dude.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. If he's the wrestling, I do want to go see him.
Yeah.
But it's hard because I don't want to see none of those. But last time I saw DJ Clay, I like DJ Clay.
I mean, we know cocaine's going to be there, but we're talking about the wrestler.
Of course. Yes, the
Yeah.
wrestler Cocaine.
Yeah.
But the last time I saw DJ Clay, all he played was the shitty house music.
No, that's fair.
And that's not what I'm here for.
For me, man, like I enjoy I like Ouija and I like ICP. I know I'm the only one in the camp here, but for me, I don't mind Wacko. He's just average. to
Come
me.
on, dude.
I don't mind. I think he's but he's just average. It's not like he annoys me.
Yeah.
Shaggy, I think, is ass.
Shaggy the Airhead
sucks.
dude.
He's really bad to see
very
live
bad.
because he just walks back and forth. He's a great DJ. He does great beats and like all that, but he's just not a great rapper.
I don't even know if he's a great DJ. He makes
Oh, he makes some dope ass fucking beats, bro.
no. I said a great DJ. I don't know if he's a great DJ, but I know he's he's a passable beat
Producer.
maker.
Okay, I got
Yes.
he's a good producer. Okay, fine. That's fair. Chunk is a dope DJ.
Yes.
I see what you're saying.
Chunk is very
Capiche.
talented.
Capiche, yeah. I see what you're saying. Okay. That's
Like,
fair distinction.
I wish Chunk would have like been coming around and attaching himself at the hip like when Hoodoo was coming up. You know,
Yeah.
like, dude, like that's what Hoodoo needs. Somebody like that, like behind him. You know, like
Yeah.
it sucks because we got fucking Ouija Macc and he's got his producers are fucking Shaggy the Airhead and Devereaux, and I don't like either of them.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, it's like the
He's
cards
made he's made some dope ass shit with like on Shaggy the Airhead's album, they have that one song that's dope. I
can't
guarantee you
listen
would
to
like
that.
it. I guarantee you would bring up "Shoot to Kill" by Shaggy the Airhead. I guarantee you'll think this is dope.
the beat.
The beat and the song, even Ouija's verse on it. I'll stand by that. I think you would actually think this is dope. It's like Exhibit A. We'll call this Exhibit A for Ouija being dope. It's called "Shoot to Kill." Now play this shit.
Sorry, hold on. I thought I hit play.
Are you good, bro? DJ Chunk, don't point. DJ Chunk does.
No, I think that was in the.
Oh, it is.
That's the beat.
I was like, don't play noises. He's not.
From the trash, so I'm trashy. Say your shit gas, but it's ass if you ask me. Dastardly nasty, known to ash the blunt up on the ass of an Ashley.
This is Ouija?
Yes.
This ain't Ouija.
This is Ouija.
Swinging on the hatchet like a motherfucking Apache.
That's decent.
Yeah, it's dope.
Don't chunkle, cut the flesh.
I don't believe it.
No, this is Ouija.
Got the block strip popping, all you motherfuckers copy.
Okay.
We some juggalos armed to the teeth fist, fucking up the piece, and we gon' cut.
This new track is fire, though. I'll give it that.
Hold up.
For real. When I shoot, bitch, I shoot to kill.
Hell yeah.
For real. Hold up. One of the best parts. Check this out. DJ Chunk kills right here.
Yeah, this is pretty tight
He
so far.
shreds it.
Ouija on that is, I mean, that's different than he raps on this entire album.
That's fair. That's very fair. Yeah,
this
you're
is
right.
This is new though, right? This.
This is from 2022.
This is 2022. This is a little older, yeah. I'm just saying, Ouija can fucking spit. Like when Ouija fucking gets down and spits, that, which I get that. Like when you say like the two concerns that I hear mostly from you guys when we talk about Ouija are both very valid. First off, I just don't like the style of music being like kind of trap shit. And then second, I don't like his voice, how high his voice is. You know what I mean? And those are valid complaints and shit. Neither one borrows me, and we'll touch on that when we get to the album. But still, I wanted to show that because
that's a great example. Like I think that's unlike anything I've heard.
He left that behind.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have to do that. That's why I say it's lazy. Like that has some effort and talent into it.
Yeah.
The shit I hear now is just lazy. He don't have to do that.
And I listen to.
Why would you do that if you don't have to?
Yeah, you're right.
It's very true. Yeah. Well, and he couldn't, but that's another thing. Like he's making like music at a very steady level in a time where music is digested different by people. You become irrelevant really quick now. Yeah. We're in the digital age, so you do have to drop that music like that to stay relevant.
Yeah, you're right.
That's true. That is true. But I think there's
just don't make me. Soon there's going to be no music.
But there's something.
Yeah, sadly, AI is going, dude. AI is taking big loops.
It's okay. To me, it's the difference between making music to make money and making music because it's your passion and you have artistic integrity.
I still think, though, he makes a lot of dope-ass passionate music, even now on his main album. Like, on the main album, I can point out the album we're doing today. I'll point out, like, 3 songs that I authentically really think are dope that I think even old-school juggalos should like.
But, when I listened to this album, and I really tried this over the last couple of days, I didn't even know this album was out until Friday. Yeah. I knew it was coming out because Ouija has an album every month, but I knew it was coming. But I didn't know, so I turned it on. I listened to it a couple times. It's very, to me, like I said before the show, it's hard to pay attention to because the lyrics are. First of all, he raps exactly the same cadence in every single song on the album.
That sounds like a cat with a bad attitude.
Yes.
Well, like, single time and double time. Yeah.
It's that same. You could literally pick up his stems off of one song and put them on another, and it would be no different. The song content wouldn't change.
Coming with the fishman.
The song
coming with the fishman.
Well, no, I disagree.
The whole concept of the song would be exactly the same on every song if you could do that. That's what I find that I don't like about Ouija Macc. It's too plug and play.
It's really easy.
And everything to me comes off as his first fucking draft.
I highly disagree though, because see, I think if you look at the album, each song has a theme that it's covering. Each song has like, subject matter. It has a bass.
Every song is "I'm a Killer Juggalo." That's the theme of every single song.
Not. Yeah, no. I mean, there's lore on this and everything. Like of the Temple of the Ash.
No,
it's above my head.
There's no lore.
That's the key thing you're saying. That I think it's not above your head. It's non-existent. It's pretend. It's not even lore. It's pretend lore. You say something a few times in a song and then like act like people are supposed to figure it out. There's nothing to fucking figure out. It's nothing. It means nothing. It's all just shit he's spewing out. That's like every bar of this album is the first draft. He never went back to reread it.
No. Hold on. What about reading the books and stuff? The inserts. Maybe there's lore in there that are attached to the songs.
Maybe. I wouldn't know because I'll never fucking buy a Ouija Macc album.
I guarantee even if we had like I'm just not. Look, I'm not the best. Let me warn everyone who is pro C17. I'm not the best representative here. I fuck with Ouija's music, but I don't know shit about like the in-depth shit. That's why it would be nice to have like Gage here because I know Gage knows a little bit more than me. But he does 100% have like some songs. It's nowhere near the level of like ICP and shit. Nowhere near. But the songs, what I mean by lore is like there is subject matter, like Temple of the Ash. He describes the Temple of the Ash and like, you know, you could see all of like the people who pay attention, like saying little coded messages to each other and shit like that we don't get. You know, like the ash is on our fingers or something.
Yeah,
like
but they're
that.
just saying that's just shit to say.
Right.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You say there's lore. Does even his fans give a fuck about the lore?
What
They
level?
I think they pretend to.
100%. No, there are fans that do. There are that don't as well, though. 100%. But you can look at juggalos and it's the exact same way, right? There are juggalos who give a shit ton about the lore, who could tell you everything about the Joker's cards and like what is the House
there's
of Mirrors.
lore.
Right?
There's actual lore.
That's deep lore. That's deep lore.
Most
You're talking.
I will say most juggalos I've talked to are into the lore.
And I'm comparing
They're
them
very into the lore.
Yeah, I'm comparing them to ICP like more so than like Ouija would be
yeah,
more
ICP
like
is
comparing it
fun.
to like Twisted lore.
Yes.
Twisted has lore, but they have not built like this gigantic thing. You really can't compare anything
Twisted,
to ICP because ICP's on another level.
Twisted, I don't even think has lore, but I don't think they pretend to have lore.
Right. Well,
that's the difference.
I disagree. See, what I would call the Marsh Lagoon. Is that not lore?
Well, they have songs that are about that where they tell stories, but
I
don't think
that's where we're disagreeing.
That song isn't twisted lore. That's just a story song.
I think that's where we're disagreeing. It's just the usage of the word lore.
Okay, so when I say lore, I'm referring to like a bigger, broader picture that you're building a world.
that span. Yeah, world,
Okay.
world,
Yes.
world building, genre or a career spanning lore that
I just think
just builds and it stays the same, but it builds on itself.
I agree. I just think that lore could be like on a smaller level. Like even
it can be,
individually, yeah.
and you're right.
Even
in that sense, there are songs where, even on this album, there are story songs where I recognize that it's a story, beginning, middle, end. That song has its own lore. Yes,
Yeah.
I recognize that. So just to make it clear what the word we're talking about, like I understand when I speak of lore, that's what kind of shit I'm talking about. But
like each song is building into a world,
right,
that where everything is within one interconnected umbrella.
correct. Like I don't think like Ouija Macc has like this dark planet, Temple of Ash, like these symbols and all these like references and weird like temple, like whatever the fucking all these like words mean. To me, I think that that's just what he decided to name it. I don't think there's literally any more thought.
Sometimes in a cult, you don't know what the cult leader is talking about. You just drink the Kool-Aid.
And that's the thing is that that people are, and you could just not and look at this as the cash grab that it is. To be quite frank,
I don't consider it a cash grab. He's a juggalo.
This is a juggalo that's. He knows. I'm not saying Ouija's not a juggalo. He's definitely a juggalo.
It ain't no cash grab.
He's a down as fuck.
He's
juggalo.
down as fuck. Yeah, he's down as fuck, and not only that, he loves juggalos. Like he shows a lot of love to juggalos.
But the music is a cash
and truly
grab.
loves the scene. I don't consider if you say that though, Keezy, you got to say that all music is a cash grab. Any label that was anyone who's ever on Psychopathic that Jay molded into an artist, that was a cash grab.
I would say that about anyone who I didn't feel like was putting effort and artistic integrity into the music, and I don't feel like Ouija is.
Right, but art is subjective. So just
Yes.
because you don't see the value in the
Correct.
art doesn't mean that it's not there.
Correct, but in my subjective opinion, most art sucks.
Right.
Word?
Okay.
So
I would
that's
say
fair,
like ICP is like a comic book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not Shakespeare. It's not Lord of the Rings, but it's a comic book. Ouija is a coloring book.
But a lot of times though, I just want to fucking color.
Exactly. Ouija is a coloring book.
Sometimes I
Yeah.
just want to color.
And that's the thing. Like I recognize that he fills a niche that doesn't speak to me. I fully recognize that.
Yeah.
And I just don't really quite understand. And maybe juggalos are just more progressive than I am. Maybe most juggalos who like Ouija Macc are, but I just don't understand the leap from like this is our kind of music, and then like Ouija Macc comes along, and now he's like, yeah, he's also in here. Bring him on in. Like to me, it's like I the subject matter, I get it. Like, but the music, the quality, the care, the lyrics, the I don't know, the time that seemingly spent on the album, like none of it seems like worthwhile. So to me, to go back to what you're saying about him being, whatever, not background music, but something you just want to put on for fun or whatever.
Vibe. I'd say vibe music. Yeah.
When I do that, like, there's never going to be a time where I could imagine myself like, yep, throw on that Ouija. I'll just sooner put on Riddlebox or whatever.
I don't know. Like I feel like when I'm doing
I don't have an itch that scratches,
Word, I feel you. Like when I'm doing Riddlebox, I pay so much attention to like the lyrics. I almost feel forced to sing. Yeah, still, I sing along to every single lyric. I'll like say I'm playing a game or something. It takes away from my concentration. Ouija has songs now. Trust, Ouija does have songs that get that lyrical. Like I just showed that one, and there's other ones that aren't on that level, but still where he is rapping lyrics. You know what I mean? But like Gutter Water has a lot of those. But he also makes the kind of the filler songs that are great background music, and I think that's also why like the younger audience likes him. Is the younger audience takes in music different than we did.
Yes.
And we've talked about this kind of on the show before where
Swill says Ouija is a total geek, though. He puts hidden messages into his shit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's ICP 101. I mean, they've been doing that since back in the day. He follows that, same tradition. He is a juggalo. He always was. I mean, he was back in the day. I know he, from what I've heard, and maybe I'm wrong about this, I think he dropped off in the Wraith era. You know what I mean? Like when they came out with the Wraith.
That's great. To be honest, like, I don't hold stock in like when someone's been a juggalo or how long they've been. Like I truly don't care about that.
I do.
Like that
20 years plus, or get the fuck out of my face. No,
like I like that he's been a juggalo. That's great, and I think that does. I mean, in my heart, sure that does make him a little cooler to me. But
I'm definitely a juggalo.
But truthfully, I don't give a fuck. He could have just become a juggalo recently, and I'd still be saying this thing. It doesn't matter. Like. To me, it's about only the bitching I'm doing is about the quality. And to me, we don't have to settle. Like, you don't have, there's so much cool, good shit out there. You don't have to settle for, like, there's so much music out there. You don't have to settle for listening to Ouija Macc.
I understand, but like the way that I look at it is it's just not your style of music. So like, let's say you're a vegetarian and we're having a conversation about meat. You know, no, I mean really, like and if you're sitting here going, dude, strip steak is fucking horrible, fucking tenderloin is horrible, ribeye, it all tastes like complete garbage. You can't. It's hard for you to make a comment because to you, meat is subjectively bad. And in this instance, and I'm not saying your views are wrong, it's just because of your tastes, there's no value that you can see in it. But I think it's just because that's not your taste. That's not your preference.
The difference is that,
and there is good value there.
To use your metaphor, the difference is, we've been eating meat for a long time and liking how the meat fucking tastes.
Yeah.
And now there's vegetarians in our comments that are like, hey, you should also be fucking talking about these leeks. Talk about broccoli.
Look.
Broccoli is now part of meat. It's part of it.
You are right. No, trust. You are right. There is a pocket of new age juggalos who are soft as fuck.
Yeah.
Who you cannot say anything negative about Ouija, and then they get all in a fucking fit. They get mad as fuck, and they throw fucking fits. Fuck these motherfuckers are juffalos. They have an opinion that's different than mine. Fuck them.
They're turning this off because of my rant.
Yes, and that is whack as fuck. I stand by that. That's weak, and that's not juggalos. You got to be tough as a juggalo. So I stand by that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's some people out there that get very fucking offended if you say anything negative. The thing is, we're juggalos. I'm very firm in the fact that juggalos are free and we can listen to whatever the fuck we want, but it's also fun to talk about it.
And also, exactly. And the juggalo world has been around for 30 years now. Like it was bound to be like, there's bound to be some forks in the road where like some of us like some of this, some of us like this. There's new shit coming out that it speaks to some of us that don't speak to others. And that's fine. Like I understand it. Ouija Macc is that for me. Like he doesn't speak to me whatsoever. Like I listen to it and I'm like, I get what he's doing. It's not for me. Y'all have fun over there. It's just, I just hate the expectation that now being a juggalo comes with, you should be a Ouija Macc fan. Like, fuck off.
No.
I don't. And guess what? I'm still a fucking Twisted fan.
No, I agree
still
with
like all Eminem and everything they're doing over there. They're doing everything right.
Hold on.
I don't want to say everything. I don't want to say everything right.
I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna
He
ride
was
on.
making the joke, and you walked all over it.
Oh, I know.
It's
Sorry.
fine. It passed. Go ahead.
Okay, but yeah, I was just to say I wouldn't necessarily say that at all. They're making a lot of mistakes over in MME, especially if you start talking to people about how they're treating some of their artists right now. They're fucking up major at MME. But so I don't put either camp. For me, I don't put either camp in the.
I'm talking about music.
Even music. Twisted's
I'm
new
literally
album
talking about
sucked.
music.
Twisted's the Madrox's most recent album was meh, and their last little rock album sucked.
Hold on.
That's where
I'm
I'll
gonna
stand
start
on that.
Pretending to like Twisted.
They released their rock album, first of all. It's been like 2.5 years ago. They've released like nothing but rap since then, and it's all been dope as fuck.
No, I love Monoxide's solo album. That shit was fucking primo.
I mean,
that shit was
that
dope.
was fine.
The DJ Godzilla album was dope as fuck. That they did. House of Crazy's album was dope as fuck. Glyph was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Every like single they've done that wasn't rock has been dope as fuck.
Yeah.
That
but
said,
they're leaning into that rock a
that
little
said,
too much, and that's when they suck.
I watched that fucking video for Dance on My
Touche,
Grave.
Mr. Green.
I watched I watched the video for Dance on My Grave from Twisted the other day. That video is corny and gay as shit, dude. It's so stupid.
What's that? Which
The video for Dance on My Grave from Twisted, it's a rock song. It sucks.
Oh, word, yeah.
But a great point I'm making is I just got done saying I love Twisted. I'm down with MNE. I don't give a fuck about their business practices. But I can still say that shit sucked though. They did.
Yeah.
I'll even listen to an album and be like, this whole album is great, but this song sucks.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's okay to do that. Like,
No,
if,
yeah.
if Ouija Macc isn't putting out shit that is very good to you, why don't you fucking hold them accountable and stop being completely like content with the same ass fucking album he releases every 2 months? You know?
Well, right. And you're making very valid points. But once again, I think you're looking at you're comparing. We're talking about bourbon with the traits of wine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the way you look at quality is you're basing it on our old school hip hop tenets, like lyrical ability.
Yeah.
You want a cohesive story. You want it to ride the beat really well, and you want some surprises.
Sure.
You know, that's the things that really you look for in rap
Sure.
when you listen to it. Right. In new music, they're not focusing on those tenets as much. I don't think, but that doesn't. See, now I'm losing my seat because you're content. But I was gonna say,
Ouija Macc is one of the best rappers to ever fucking hold.
Thank
the mic
you,
and spit
Humble.
whatever
Thank
the fuck
you.
want to say.
Thank you, Humble Among. Thank you. That's what I needed.
That's what you're gonna say for sure.
Yeah.
Like
Shout out, Mr. Green.
Yes, shout out Mr. Green.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mean to keep ranting. We'll get on with the album, but I feel like
that'll give me better to focus.
feel like I had to preface that because I don't want to talk. I want to say all that, but I don't want to say it all over the album because I want to make fun of how elementary it is.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah.
But just to your point, I recognize that. I recognize it's filling a different niche that isn't for me.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But the like I said, everybody just needs to recognize that's okay. And being a juggalo doesn't mean that being not okay with Ouija Macc is a problem, you know?
No. Look.
I know
look
you
at
don't
the same.
care.
I look at the same. I look at the
I'm putting
same
it out
as
there
if
for them.
somebody. Right. I look at the same way as if somebody is sitting there dissing on Twisted. You can hate on Twisted. You have the complete freedom to say, yo, Twisted is fucking sucks. They fuck those fucking guys. I'm gonna tell you if I think you're wrong though, and you have to respect the fact that I'm allowed to disagree with your opinion. And in the same way, you know, I look at the Ouija thing the same exact way. Like if somebody tells you, I don't like Ouija, I think he sucks ass, you've got to accept that motherfuckers have different opinions. I think that's when it gets whack is when you start saying like, oh, you're whack, you're a Juff. Like you're a Juffalo. Like you get the fuck out of the culture if you don't fucking ride with it and all that. That's weak ass attitude.
Absolutely.
I think the biggest thing that we need to focus on as juggalos is that we're fucking free to like whatever the fuck we like and be proud of what the fuck you like. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But yeah.
And being a juggalo,
Let's move on.
being a juggalo is a
God,
spectrum.
you're good at that. It's like a second language.
Yeah,
He's not even looking.
Get your thought out.
No, that's it. I said it.
Oh, okay.
I try my best not to step on the fucking sound bites because they're gold.
Yeah, they are. He's good.
All right, well, let's talk about this.
All right, let's get to the Temple of Ash, the new album. Okay, now We haven't streamed the Ouija album yet, so we don't know if we would get copy striked or not.
I don't care if we do.
I don't think we do.
If this episode gets taken down, fine.
I don't think Ouija don't copy strike us. I know Twisted was bad with that a couple times, but only a couple.
I can't help but laugh at his voice, man. I just can't help it.
I like his
fucking
look.
funny.
I don't mind his fucking voice, bro.
I gotta ask, like, what? Something changed. What happened
What's that?
with you?
What? I started listening to more Ouija Macc. I
that
started
it?
listening to it. Yeah.
I feel like you got new friends. Like, who are these new friends? Your Juggalo friends that you're.
I do have a lot more Juggalo friends that I'm
This
making
guy-
on Facebook.
Yeah.
But they have no influence on what I do.
This guy has new Juggalo friends, and since he's been hanging out with these new Juggalo friends, all of a sudden now he's a big Ouija-lo.
Guys, I just want all of the lore heads here and all the lore heads with Deck One Dealt. If you go back to before the portal, I showed a lot of Ouija love, actually. Then I went through the portal, through the wormhole, and the second Chris came through, okay? And then the second Chris didn't like Ouija. But that was just because of feuds that were going on. The second Chris was like, fuck it, I'm going to fall into my camp. Long story on that behind the scenes. We could talk about that another time. But that was a difference, okay? Original Chris, which is me, who came back through the portal, fucks with Ouija. You just have to get used to it that
All
your
right.
friend likes Ouija.
It's annoying.
Well, you're just going to have to get used to it, Buck.
I liked my friend who rapped really well on 17 Whoops.
Dude, I'm about to pop me a sedative. Yeah, I mean, that was just like, look, the thing is, too, like, he does spit. You have the lyrics up here, right?
Never been better. Been better.
Been worse.
Curse. First, that's a swerve. When it's in the birth, into earth.
Like,
In
none of it
reverse.
even makes sense.
Witnessing the birth of the earth in reverse. Notice there's a lot of suckers hating on me now. Eat the hate for breakfast, let the Fago wash it down. Ho, you assed out, I ain't giving out clout. Bitch, you can't fuck with a wicked clown. If Jay spit that shit, you would be on its nuts.
Absolutely zero thought or effort.
You
put
would
in.
be, if Jay spit that on the sticks, you would be like, oh, I like that. That's
No, I
pretty
wouldn't.
good. Yeah, you
But
would.
the difference is Jay wouldn't do it like. Jay would be like,
hear-
in that hearse, never be better, been worse with the wicked curse.
You're just hating on the
You know?
voice. You're just hating on the delivery and the voice, though, combination.
Yeah.
The voice, I don't mind at all. Do you think Be Real's whack?
No, Be Real can rap well.
When I take hits from the bong.
Same type of voice. Busy Bone, Talib Kweli. All of these dudes have high-pitched rap voice. Eminem, motherfucking, even when
Slim Shady.
Dude,
Hotter
you're-
than a set
you're-
of twin babies. Like,
you're comparing him to like some of the greatest fucking rappers.
that's
because
because you're still thinking, I'm talking about voices, right? But still, do their voices get on your nerves?
No,
No, but
none
they
of
have
them.
the exact voices, though.
No, they
They have
don't.
the same voices
Dude,
as them,
his
bro.
voice is aggravating. It's like a little. To me, it's aggravating. Like if you were talking to a grown woman who is like talking in a baby voice, like
Yeah,
like that's what Ouija raps
I kind of
like.
agree with that. Yeah.
I'm weirdo.
I'll be like, okay, shut up.
I want Ouija to rap like that.
That's
Ouija,
literally what he raps like.
Ouija make one song where you're just like,
Hello, little babies. Hello, ICP.
that would be great. I wish he did that. Bro, that'd be fire as fuck. Don't lie. That'd be fire. You would love that. It would crack you up and you would love it.
When's this song gonna end?
This is this is a new song. Believe it or not, you just didn't know because every song sounds the same.
No.
Tell me this is a different song.
Oh.
It sounds exactly the fucking same.
It does from the. It does. It does. These aren't the standout songs. Look, I think most Ouija
Hold on,
albums
what's that in the
are
background?
3 or 4 like really dope
Hold on.
songs, and the rest are
What's
just
that sound in the background?
This is not his strongest album, too, either.
Is that the bass and it's just like it's turned on and never stops?
Yeah, I think so. It's
Oh
just
my
like,
god, it's fucking aggravating.
I think that's a Devro thing. Devro, like,
Oh man,
I think
sweet
Devro, like,
silence.
leans his elbow on the bass
I know,
when he
it's
does beats. That's all.
Oh shit.
look, he's bragging about driving his Tesla. How you like that?
Hey man, good for him.
Look, I just bend the block and let the fart mode drip. That's dope.
I mean, come the fuck on.
That's
No,
dumb
that
dope. bro. That's dumb dope.
He said, I just bend the block and let the fart mode drip.
Bro, do you not ever let the fart mode drip?
And this song, by the way, is called Dark Pimpson, whatever the fuck that means.
Dude, Keezy, do you
Doesn't even make sense at
Keezy,
all.
do you ever let your fart mode drip?
No, I don't even know what it means.
Exactly, you don't even know what it means, bro. Guys, this guy doesn't know what it means to let your fart mode drip.
Is it like
Old head?
tongue punch in the fart box?
Huh? It's the same as bending your flea lax, okay? You just got to take your chair and pop it back in the recline position and then turn the freezer to max temp.
But I hate, man. If he can buy Tesla making this shit, you know, good for him.
Of course he can. All these motherfuckers in the chat are buying his $250 Chapter 17 shoes.
I mean,
Yes.
I ain't hating on it.
Those
I'm not
look
hating
pretty
on it.
dope. I would not pay that much money.
They look
I wouldn't pay that
horrible.
much money. They looked pretty tight, dude. You put a hatchet man on anything, I'll
This
like
dude
it.
has drank the Kool-Aid, man. It's sad. It's really
The
sad.
Kool-Aid? it's not Kool-Aid. It's Faygo.
You drank the Ouija.
Okay, if every beat,
I drank the Faygo.
if every beat sounds like that, this.
That's because you're drinking on that brisk iced tea.
Get really
I'm the
old.
only one that hasn't drank on that fucking strawberry iced tea, you fucking fairy neck.
You mean this amazing, delicious beverage?
Get outta
Brisk
here.
iced tea, strawberry melon flavor with other natural flavors.
The most delicious
Juffinade.
nectar of gods ever created. Brisk, baby.
Like John, just Chris is in fart mode drip when he got that big gulp. You goddamn right. See, he knows. He
Okay,
knows what
fu-
fart mode is.
Oh man, this is going to get old
And,
really quick.
and TZ pointed out there are 150. That's affordable. I'd pay 150 for some dope kicks.
No, you would.
The only difference
I
is
wouldn't.
that
You're
sample.
right. No, that's fair.
That's it.
You're right. I would never pay for shoes. I'm wearing
Is my
fucking
mic
New
working?
Balance, G. But
Yeah, it's just Chris is like
if I was
very
young-
loud.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this album, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if my mic went up or my headphones, but my headphones didn't do anything.
Boom. This.
Okay.
I mean, this song right here has some actual like. I don't want to use the wrong word, but this song has a story or raps, bars.
Yeah. Hit my headphones. You guys, I hear you guys. I don't hear myself.
Party in the basement.
Check. Yeah, I still can't hear myself. I can't hear myself. That's a little bit better. A little bit better. A little bit better.
More?
No, that's good. That's good.
All right.
I just can't tell if I'm like, you know, if I'm coming across.
You don't like this though?
Check.
You
No,
don't
this
fuck
is
with this
horrible.
at all?
This is going to get really fucking old.
Dude, I like this song.
This album.
This song is actually one of the songs on the album I fuck with.
Yeah, no, the beats, the music is going to get really old.
I actually, fun fact. I actually took these lyrics and I put them in through an AI filter, and I asked AI to make it sound like Juggalo rap, just to make it more you guys style, to show you that the lyrics are not whack. The lyrics are dope, and if you just deliver it in a different way, it sounds like a lot doper. You know, I guarantee, like, you know, you guys would think it sounds dope if you took the exact same lyrics and you just put them to like a different like melody and a different delivery.
Yeah, let's see this.
So here we go.
Same lyrics. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on, wait. It's on mute. I'm sorry. Hold on.
If it's fire, I ain't going to lie. You
The
know?
same lyrics, different.
Same exact lyrics, just a different delivery.
I'll say it's fire if it's fire.
All right, here we go. 7 Deadly Symptoms, sung by some rock
AI.
guy.
Yeah, AI.
I can't turn it up anymore.
What? Oh, can you do it in there? Yeah.
Oh.
See? It's just the style. Same fucking song, just on a different delivery. I just gave it Corey Taylor's voice. Put the body in the basement. Hold up.
This goes hard.
It's your.
All right. This does go hard, and
Yeah.
I like how it sounds. But I have to say this: can we just pick apart this song for a second? Since you want to back up this
I mean,
song.
that
yes,
sounded
absolutely.
kind of cool, but to me that was still generic rock. And even if I heard that, I still would have just been like, "Yeah, it's generic rock," and I don't.
Right,
like
you're
it
not gonna
that much.
you're not gonna hear that and be like, "Oh my God, who wrote this? This is Shakespeare." But at the same time, when you hear that, you're like, "Damn, that sounds dope as fuck."
People in the chat were saying it's fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, everybody knows like it's 90% of the your taste in music's 90% of the delivery and shit like that. So
let's quickly just break down this chorus, okay? It's listen to the scripture of the 7 deadly symptoms. Okay, that sounds cool. Maybe he's gonna list off 7 things that are symptoms of being a murderer, right?
Of being Ouija.
Guided by the wisdom, hatchet split him like a schism. That's kind of cool. Ouija main, he insane, and he itching for the ism.
Yeah, I remember. Look, now we were talking about this before the
what the
show.
fuck does that mean?
Look, listen, we were talking about this before the show. I was playing my games. I was playing games and listening to this album at home, and my girl was like, "What's he talking about there?" And I was like, I looked over and I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "What he just said." And I said, "Okay, yeah, what are you talking about? You have to be specific." And she's like, "When he said he was itching for the ism." And I was like,
that sounds like a problem.
I said, "Oh, well, he." Honestly, I don't know. Hold on, I'm playing this game. Leave the fuck alone, I'm playing this game.
That doesn't sound like a fun.
I don't know it,
no,
but maybe he's talking about religion, like the ism, like Buddhism, Catholicism, paganism.
I think it's
And
just
he's
an easy
itching
rhyme.
for the ism.
It's an easy rhyme, and there was no thought put into it.
I'm gonna argue that he's talking about religion.
All right,
like
so
he's
I mean,
looking for some
that's
order.
Cool, but like, why can't you just say that?
But okay, so what does this line mean? What's the next line mean? Shady mannerism, wrist twist, circumcision.
Look, that just means this: when I'm shaking your hand, I'm gonna grab you by the wrist and I'm gonna twist, and that motherfucker's coming right off. But look, Keezy, I got to show you.
Okay,
I got to hold your
okay.
hand here.
Get it.
But look, when I wrist twist and I pull off,
Oh.
it's just gonna pull the skin off your hand,
Like you
making-
deglove.
Yeah, making your dick look, or making your hand kind of look like a dick.
Oh.
because it'll be skin right here and
Oh.
then muscle right here.
If that's really
Wrist twist circumcision.
if that's how deep that line is, then I apologize.
exactly, that's a
It
dope
doesn't
ass
matter.
bar.
It doesn't matter.
Bars.
It don't get you there. Like, you don't visualize it.
Still bars, because you ain't breaking it down, bro. That's bars, bro.
So wait,
that's bars.
So wait, maybe we'll hear about the 7 deadly symptoms. Let's see.
Okay, here we go.
So shady mannerism, wrist twist, circumcision. 5th one. He immediately just starts saying 5th one. Wait.
Dude,
So wait.
I think we're going out of comment. We're going out of order here because you were in the chorus.
Okay, so that is the chorus. Okay, so the first chorus, he does the first, second, third, and fourth. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first chorus, shady mannerism, wrist twist, circumcision.
First one.
Then first one, be the voices in my head, I have to listen.
Okay, so
that's one of the
first
symptoms.
symptom is he has voices in his head.
And he has to listen.
And he has to listen.
Okay, that's kind of cool. All right, second one, hatchet magnetism, pulling me to the victim.
Yeah, so the hatchet magnetism, so the urge to kill.
Okay, that's
pulling me
cool.
to the victim, the urge to kill.
I like that. I'm okay
Right.
with that.
That kind of makes sense.
Third one.
Third one, all the bodies, I am starting a collection.
Yeah,
so wait, hold on
third,
a second.
you have to. Third, when you kill your bodies, you have to hold on to them.
Yeah.
Not you don't have to fuck them.
So
you have to collect them. I've got 4 myself.
So what is the
They
deadly
make good
symptom?
cushions.
The deadly symptom is actually starting a collection of bodies?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
And
You
then-
have to be a body collector.
So one of the symptoms when you have this sickness that he has.
yes, when you're Ouija.
Okay.
I think this is the symptoms of being Ouija.
Well, okay.
Or maybe just a C-17er. I don't know. I don't have a page number yet, guys.
And then the fourth
I don't know
one,
how to get one.
in the mirror, I no longer have reflection. So he's like a vampire.
He's a vampire
Yes,
now.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's
Right.
a blood-sucking son of a bitch. All right. All right, great. Fifth one, be the blood up in my eyes.
It clouds my vision. So you have blood all in your eyes and
Bloody
clouded
eyes.
vision. Yes, bloody eyes. Creepy.
Sixth one is getting OnlyFans pussy with no subscription.
If you're getting if you're
Okay,
getting
that's
only
where I'm lost.
if you're getting OnlyFans pussy, but you have a subscription to the girl, you're probably paying for that pussy.
Right, but
So that means he's getting that badass top tier grade A 10s and 9s from OnlyFans, and he's not paying.
But in the context of it being a deadly symptom, what's the symptom?
Maybe it's because she's a whore and she's got a lot of STDs.
So wait,
so as Ouija,
so it's not his symptom; it's theirs.
it's their symptom. Yeah, maybe he's
Okay.
Well,
all right.
right,
Okay.
right.
And then
So if you're out there and you're getting pussy only fans pussy with no subscription, you might be turning into Ouija Macc.
Oh, wow. So
It's just a symptom though. You have to have the other symptoms as well.
So then the seventh
No
one,
subscription.
The seventh one is my religion put an end to your condition. So
that one he's just trying to rhyme with his shit.
So there's not 7 symptoms.
No, there's probably 6 symptoms, and then the last rhyme that he was like, well, God, you need the 7 deadly sins, so he had to make it 7. But really, I'm going to come on record and say there are 6 deadly symptoms for Ouija, and the 7th that he needed to rhyme to make the song sound dope.
I'll go on record saying that he didn't put that much thought into any of that.
Well, you know what? That's because you're not reading between the lines. And if you did, you would see 5th one, 6th one, bitch, you done. 17.
Yeah.
Na, and ooey.
All right. Wow. That was really a fun road we went down on that song.
Thank you.
We're not listening to the rest of the song.
All right. Spligwitter. More creative. You know what I love? Another thing I love about Ouija? Another thing I love? Not only do you have to come up with a dope song, you have to come up with a creative name for the song.
Yeah, but this could have just
we would just most artists just pick a line from the hook and that's the song.
Yeah.
You know?
He just picks a random line from the song and names it that.
Right?
Because the song's not even
No, I don't think there's anywhere in the song where he says Spligwitter.
He talks about wig splitter a lot.
He does that, but he doesn't say Spligwitter.
Yeah.
So you have to think of the creative or Dart Pimpson.
Yeah, because if you Google wig splitter, you'll come up with Twisted.
Yeah, but if you Google Spligwitter.
Oh yeah, I was thinking bring the lyrics up for this shit.
You got the lyrics up? Thank you. This one is more like swagoo, so I'm not a big fan of this song, personally.
This is just there's just nothing here. Literally nothing.
This isn't one of my favorite songs on the album by any means. This is a
I don't hate this beat though. I mean, it sounds a little better than little different than what I've been hearing.
That was funny. Then I'm man Bizarre notice: Carver is face palm. I did happen to glance over at Carver going. I love it.
A little bit better.
All right.
Is that your?
Yeah.
He's whipping that shit. This song, look, this is like, I think this song would be good if you were like faking. Because he whipping that shit.
Is he whipping shit?
Yeah, you just be like baking like.
I mean, I would love to know just the economy of words.
Yeah.
I would love to take every Ouija Macc album and make a little tag cloud out of it.
Or like a Genius thing, like where they rate the lyrics, like how many words they use.
I want to see that for Ouija Macc. Wicked and just cuss words, all got to be the main words, right?
Oh, wicked shit and fake and like juggalo and jump are going to be up there for sure.
There's just I just want creativity, man. To me, this is you just wrote the same song 30 times with different titles. You know, for real. What's the difference between that song and the very first song we played? It's the same. You know, it's just, and that's fine. You're allowed to have shit talking songs. Have multiple shit talking songs. I like that too.
Yeah.
But every song's a fucking shit talking song.
No, I disagree. Like I said, we've already heard one storyline song. Like one song with a theme.
I'm trying to let y'all see, you don't have to settle. You can tell Ouija Macc to do better,
but
then you won't buy his shit unless he makes better music.
But see, I think these songs sound dope.
I mean, sonically, maybe they're fine.
Yeah, I think they sound sonically dope. I like that word. Just because it makes me think of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
I love though when they have the dubs typed out because they're so funny. Like pyong, flip, dip, psycho sick. That's dope.
Box cutter.
Mind you, in the last song, he said wicked shit during the hook 100 times. Now this is just wicked.
A lot of people hate on the samples, but I fucking love that he does that because even though people don't like that, One thing you have to realize, a lot of Ouija's fans are younger kids that don't have a fucking clue about ICP.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a gateway for them to go, I wonder what song that's from, you know what I mean? And then look into that song and get hip to that shit.
He says an F slur. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Where's it?
There
Oh.
you go. See that boy in traffic cut me off? He called me faggot. I just cracked a smile and made him think I let him have it. He was with his boys bumper sticker, rebel flagging. They don't know I got that automatic for the static. That's dope, bro. Had to smoke a bowl, you know, you fucking with an addict. I was in the bushes, I'm just studying your habits. That's an old song call out. This a nice crib, homeboy. This shit is lavish. Kick your fucking door and put that ratchet to your cabbage. See, that shit is dope, bro.
It's to me, it's like this is no doper than like someone who just started writing raps.
Nah. Highly disagree. Quality is way higher than that, bro. I think that's just like, I don't want to say hater talk because I don't want to say, because I don't think you're being a hater. I think you're making valid complaints.
This song isn't horrible to me.
Yeah.
Do I love it and think it's like super dope? Not at all.
I just think it's
not horrible.
It's
I'm
just
saying,
more of
like,
the same.
You can't say it's like entry level. That's all. That's the only part of that I didn't agree with. Is like this is still like way above like entry level.
The
shit
reason
right
why I think this is slightly above entry level and this is like pretty cool, it's okay, it's because he's telling kind of a story. I can actually kind of follow it, and he is saying some lines that are building up to like punchlines, and they're not like,
and
they're not just like thrown in there.
Yeah.
Stupid lines, right? So there is some basics in this. There is some hip hop basics put into this song.
Yeah. No, he's rapping. Ouija can rap. It's just he knows what his audience likes. And as much as I know you're not a fan of it, his audience fucks with it. You know what I mean? And I like a lot of his shit too. I'm not all in. You know what I mean? I'm realistic with it, and there is a lot of filler on almost every album he does. But every album he does, even as an old head, I find 3 or 4 songs I really fuck with and I add to my playlist.
Yeah, I would say this is not an aggravating background song music. You know, it's like, this one's okay. I like the beat. It's got the old school sample to it, like the drum kit sample.
You could fuck a bitch to it.
Yeah, I actually like the I don't mind like his ICP sampling and all. I know it is like played out and shit, and like I you know, there might have been a time where like it bothered me that he was doing it, but I'm okay with it. I don't mind him using the samples.
Yeah,
and,
I don't.
And DJ Chunk is very, very good at it.
Yeah, I've never been mad at that. I don't give a shit about that.
You know, so I don't know. I could listen to the beats and the or not all the beats, but I could listen to the shit like with ICP samples and be like, yes, this is dope as fuck. You know, of course. But again, everything else. I mean, I can't imagine myself like, oh, let me turn that Temple of Ash.
That's
on.
hip hop, man. It's just sampling is sampling. I'm not
Yeah,
mad
it's a
because
major
I'm
part
not
of
mad
hip-hop.
just because he's sampling some ICP shit.
Yeah, it's better that he's sampling ICP shit instead of like, you know, movie clips. Like, you know, I like that too, but
I mean, I think he does that
that's
too.
where I think that benefit is. Oh, well, for sure. But yeah, that's where I like that he does that, because that's introducing the shit that we love to a younger crowd that otherwise I guarantee would have never heard of it. You know what I mean? They're never going to be like, oh, let me look up ICP. But maybe they love that song, and then somebody's like, you know, maybe they're like, ain't this an ICP song? What song is this? And they look at, you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, I'm not minding this beat either.
This shit is dope. This is one of my favorite songs.
This was one of my favorite ones on here. This is one of the only songs I was like, all right, I could pay attention to
I
this.
can see this sample being put to like a slower drum beat with a little more live sounding percussion and a melody to it. And it'd change the entire sound of it. Don't get me wrong, but I like that sample a lot.
Yeah, I like that sample too.
Yeah.
That shit's tight.
Yeah, I could see that being on like a dope ass like spacey boom bap beat or something. But you gotta think, these kind of 808 drums and shit, they're very rigid, and it locks it into a certain sound that you can't really get out of. So I say unlock the drums, put that sample on a different drum set with some more instruments, and you could unlock this and make it a bigger production, make it a bigger sound.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, when I heard this song, like, keep it real, this sounds just like old school ICP shit. Other than his voice, as far as just like the layout of the way he's rapping, all that.
Sympathize if you live like a bitch, then them flames about to rise, burn.
Emerald in the center of the sky. It's the moon crystallized and it's seen your whole life.
I could see myself forgiving a lot of what I'm calling like basic first draft lyrics. Like this song. This song isn't a great example because this song is actually like it seems like he actually did put time into this song.
Yeah,
this was one of the songs. This is the song that the album is named after, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that like, okay, this is my favorite song on here, so I'm gonna actually put time into this and shit. And then the rest is like, okay, here, just throw all these songs on there. That's what it seems like to me. But even this song, to your point about if Violent J rapped it, yes, you're right. Like I would probably be okay and a lot more forgiving.
Yeah.
This song is still the voice and cadence still kills me. I could even forgive the voice a lot if he just used a different fucking cadence. He used the same one every fucking song on this album. I'm saying on this album now because of that song you played me earlier where he didn't do that fucking cadence.
Yeah, right. I mean, even if you're looking at like, even when he first got with like Gutter Water, I think is probably his best album.
I've listened to that and never was impressed by it, but maybe like after hearing this shit, I probably listen to it now. I'm like, yeah, this actually is dope as fuck.
That's the one with bare hands or bare feet or whatever.
Yeah, the one that looks like a Nirvana cover. It's kind of copied after the Nirvana.
But did it have? I know he had a single out back then.
Yeah,
like bare something.
I didn't hate
this
this
is
song
dope
either.
as fuck too. I don't like that part of that. In the motherfucking trunk. Is that Jay? No, that's Ouija.
I don't think so.
No, that's Ouija.
They didn't even, they don't know the word plume.
On the Genius.
Probably mushy mustard.
Yeah. Yeah, Mushy Mustard is the man. He puts in work doing the fucking hooks and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've already lost track of this one. It's not horrible, but yeah, my attention span on this kind of song would not hold.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just boring to me. But I mean, like I said, I like how this one sounds. Like I found myself like head bobbing.
Yeah. No, yeah, this one's got a good groove to it. That's not the worst ops either. You got a couple ops. His ops are a couple bigots and a cop. Not a bad list.
Got a couple ops, couple bigots, and a cop. I mean, he's good at making these simple rhymes go together and actually say something when he wants to.
Yeah, this is just a song about killing a bunch of motherfuckers and putting all the bodies in his trunk. Which he did say.
New and original.
He did say in the 7 deadly symptoms, one of the symptoms is you have to collect bodies. So this is one of the 7 deadly symptoms. He's just stacking bodies in his motherfucking trunk.
Yeah.
So if you're a cop and you pull Ouija over, don't ask him what's in the trunk. That's the moral of the story, Keezy.
He's so scary and mysterious.
hey, man. He could haunt your dreams with the wink. I don't know his powers.
He's terrifying.
He's got vegan powers. I learned that from Scott Pilgrim. Think if you're a vegan.
That just means I can push that motherfucker right over.
No way. He's got hefty, bro.
Yeah, but
you saw the meme we posted.
Yeah, but
during Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but you don't have there's no muscle. There's no strength.
Well, I don't know. They can eat them beans. I'm a meat cutter. Like, trust me, I'm with you. Eat meat, folks. But gorillas are vegetarians. Eat meat.
Ain't that crazy?
You said what?
Gorillas are vegetarian.
Yeah, right. I like this. That little part.
What Sam was saying.
On the San Juan business.
Yeah.
San Wasan business. Let me see. What is San Wasan?
I would never know that.
I mean, that's obviously means something for someone to put that in here.
The San Wasan Division is a special task force of juggalos dedicated to the eradication of Nazis and other hate groups who wish to harm the innocent. So I think it's like Antifa, but for juggalos.
That just sounds like too many steps, man. Just like we all agree, like you don't have to do that.
Right.
Like
Fuck fascists. You don't have to make a group. I think
Yeah,
all
man.
juggalos agree. Fuck fascists.
The fuck?
Fuck fascists,
I don't get
bigots,
that.
and Nazis. If you're a juggalo and you don't agree with fuck fascists, bigots, and Nazis, you're probably in the wrong group.
Like, yeah, like they have their group over there, but we're the group that hates Nazis. Like,
And it's like, well, we hate Nazis too. And they're like, yeah, but we put it on stickers.
yeah,
We have a name for it, though.
I don't get that.
You
man.
guys aren't doing enough.
I mean, maybe it's just so they can band together and go like get vigilante justice.
Yeah, maybe it's just like the motherfuckers that like, I'll bust a head. You know what I mean? Maybe San Wasan are the motherfuckers that are about it. Like, they'll go bust the Nazi's head in or whatever.
Extra.
I say all juggalos, go bust the Nazi's head in. I think it's just a good activity.
I thought he was saying sandwich ham. Sandwich ham business.
Sandwich ham business. Fuck yeah. I'm about that sandwich ham business.
What's the song called?
Who knows? It doesn't matter. It's made up and is irrelevant to the rest of the song. It's called Purple Wraith.
Purple Wraith. This is one of the better songs on the album. I like this one. The beat on this shit is dope.
I'm
as fuck.
trying to pay. I'm trying to follow it. I have no clue what he's talking about.
Right, but I use the comparison, and I think it's very accurate. We could be listening right now to car sounds of cars on the highway, and you would be just as interested as you are now.
But yeah,
I get that.
Yeah, that car was. Yeah, that sounded one. That one sounded okay.
Yeah, right. That one sounds like they get an oil change.
Yeah.
Let that shit hit the car. Let that shit.
Yeah.
So I think this might just be like some like Sam was like this is a song about killing fucking bigots, man. I'm down. You can look. I
like bigots.
Look, no, you can make literally 300 songs about killing bigots, and I'm down with that shit. Let's hear more songs
Someone
about
clip
killing
that.
bigots.
Yeah,
That's a good one. Clip that
like
and torture him with it. Exactly.
I like bigots.
Our new T-shirt. Good God.
Sandwich jam business. Hold up.
This one is like the Ouija that I'm not a big fan of.
sounds the same as the other Ouijas.
No, it doesn't. I think this one is. I just mean more like.
Let me ask:
short, structured bar.
Is he getting deeper? Is his voice getting deeper as the tracks are going? Does he like start out like
I got it.
like? Does he start out and then like he just records it all in one take and then by the end?
No, listen.
Okay.
He's killing it right here, though.
But I don't mind when he's like a little lower.
Yeah, I don't mind that either.
Like his lower register doesn't sound bad. I don't know why he.
It's like he's trying to sound like a little demon. Like I think that's like what his whole thing is.
Yeah.
I want to sound crazy.
Is that how demons sound?
Hi, I'm a demon.
I mean, come on now. No, that's his voice. That's his fucking voice. Like,
Here I go.
whenever somebody like hates on voice, it's like you can't hate on voice because that's his fucking voice. He ain't changing it. That's just his voice.
Dude, people have ridiculous voices and should get made fun of all the time.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't mind you.
No, look,
Look,
right
I don't
here he's
mind
got
you
a
making
lower
fun. I'm
register.
just saying he can't
Yeah,
change
you're
it.
right.
We should be making fun of it, but he can't change it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can. Listen.
Yeah, but okay, fine. You can. But hey, see, look, you just, bro, you've been talking about how it always sounds the same, and then you just said he changed his voice.
The Ouija Macc.
I thought it sounded the same. How can it all sound the same and he changed his voice up?
That's the Hitchman and the wine. I got the Hitchman with the wine. Fishman, Hitchman.
I also, I'm gonna be quite honest. Like, I can't imagine. Could you imagine yourself like, keep it 100 right now.
I'm finna keep a buck.
Yeah,
keep it a buck.
Keep it a buck.
Keep it
plus
55th
one.
Street right now.
55th Street.
Keep it Keebler right now.
Keep it Keebler. Keep it Keebler.
Could you see yourself if Ouija Macc wasn't a rapper?
Okay.
Like hanging out with him.
Fuck yeah.
I would even right now with him being a rapper, I would hang out with him. He seems like a cool down ass juggalo, bro. I really do 100% stand by that.
I don't usually go off looks, so it would have to be what the feeling I got after talking to him for a couple.
Yeah, I don't think Shaggy the Airhead is a good rapper, but I would love to chill with him because he's a juggalo. And I think 99% of juggalos are dope ass people. 99. Well, I don't want to get that high. We'll say 95% of juggalos are dope ass people. There's some bad apples in the scene for sure, but most that I've ever met. There's like this bitch on Facebook who was like talking some shit, and she said like the juggalo world is known for pedophiles. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Not to me. I've never known a juggalo pedophile. I don't know. Juggalos are shit to me, so I like hanging out with any
the people I hang out with. If you can't diss them about how they look, then I probably wouldn't hang out with them.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but I think he would laugh at. I mean, he plays into like he's always on like Twitter playing that character, that goddamn Terry. Like he plays like the old man character.
He seems kind of funny.
Yeah, he'll make jokes, and on that he's like poking at himself when he plays that character. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Making fun of people who criticize him, but he's also poking fun at himself. Like he seems like he's got a good attitude. He knows.
He's got a sense of humor.
He knows how to self-deprecate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Self-deprecation is a beautiful art. Blaze. Yes. Blaze, you dead homie.
Yeah. I think he actually says self-defecation.
Does he? Oh, that is right. Yeah, that's true because it's on nasty. Yeah, which would be shitting on yourself.
No, is it? Oh yeah, it is.
It is. Yeah, it's on nasty. Yep. Self-defecation is a beautiful art.
So yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'd be cool. I'm just trying to think about like people like I let in my friend group.
Yeah.
Like I would invite you guys over for dinner, like to hang out whenever, whatever. But like.
Ouija walks in.
You allowed
us.
Whipstick and 8 Legs in your home. They could have burnt
for
the place
show,
down
for the show.
They could have burnt this place down. Those boys are on a wire.
I mean, if you're coming over for the show, fine.
You're gonna let Son in here. Son might do a ritual in this room. No. There might be a sacrifice.
See, I can imagine myself hanging out with Son.
Yeah, I would love Son. Son is one of the nicest guys in the scene, though.
But I can't imagine myself hanging out with the Ouija.
I could. I would hang out with Ouija. I really would.
Don't take it personal, Ouija.
I would chill. Ouija, if you ever watch this, which you probably won't.
Ouija, Eric, if you will.
Yes.
I'd let him stay at my house for the gathering.
Mac, can I call you Mac? Yes. Yes. You can stay with me during the gathering, Mac.
Carver loves offering his place up to the gathering. Anybody needs a place to stay? Hit him up.
Sorgatron, I thought Madrak said the self-defecation lyric. No, Nasty. Blaze You Dead Homie, Nasty is the song.
I thought it was Madrak.
He says,
too.
I was thinking self-defecation is a beautiful art.
I thought it was Madrak on
Dark
Lotus. That's what I thought.
Maybe it's a different bar where he also talks about, but the bar I'm thinking of is definitely
because he's like
self-defecation
is a beautiful art.
Yeah, I was thinking about self-defecation because Blaze has that voice. Self-defecation is a beautiful art.
Wow.
My name is Blaze, your dead homie.
You did him wrong on that one, man.
That's how it sounds.
You did him wrong on that one.
That's Blaze, bro. Come on. I hate on Ouija's voice. I get to hate on Blaze's voice.
This song might be my favorite one on here.
Bet you want the book. Hi, my name Blaze.
Say it again.
Yeah,
what'd you say about it?
Oh, yeah. Jungle Crow said it's on Lotus. Hurt myself. So it was Mad Rock. Thanks,
okay.
guys. I said this song is one of the tightest ones on here. I like this song.
Oh, shit. See, I suck. I'm a juff. I got the lyric wrong. What a juff. I thought it was nasty. Whatever. I'm wrong. So
look up that song, see what the lyrics are.
Was Blaze nasty?
But I'm definitely a Juffalo.
I still don't like the lyrics on this song, but I love the beat. And the hook is passable.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was.
If I'm gonna.
With the hashes on my side, yeah.
Like I meant.
That's just yeah. He's being a cute little girl. Being a cute woman. With the hash on my side.
Yeah, definitely is Dark Lotus. I just juff that shit up. But if I'm gonna forget any psychopathic artists' lyrics, I'm content with it being Blaze's.
True.
Or Matt Rock.
I couldn't be friends with anyone who pronounces their S's like sh. Like
Hatcher
on my shine.
on my shot. I think that would be great.
I hate that.
I would love to
fucking
hang
hate
out.
that dude.
I would love to hang out with that dude. Just think about that. It's like, hey, sucker, what do you want to do tonight, smart guy? You want to go out to the clubs?
It's like
maybe,
Sean
maybe
Connery.
get some chicks or something?
Like what? Sean Connery.
Yeah, Sean Connery is another one.
Yeah.
Hello,
I've
young
got a
man.
hatchet
Do you
on
think
my
you're
side.
something?
Yeah, but he has a cool voice.
I've got a hatchet on my side.
As long as it's not like a Sylvester laugh. Like this is the only list where I'm like, you have to be quiet. You're gonna have to throw up.
That's what ABK had. He had the Sylvester.
Well, no, ABK had the open gap in the back. This one,
No, maybe.
which like suffering succotash. Yeah, you have to like gap your back teeth like,
He has, like,
yo,
the-
this is ABK, like the same one as
It's like
Necro.
It's like permanent braces.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's like they used to have like a little piece of cotton between their back teeth right here. My name is Necro, coming to get gold, coming to slit your fucking throat right for the sideshow. I'm going to Geico.
And Ouija has baby doll voice.
It's high. It's up there. Like I said, it's up there with like the B reels and the busy bones.
I even rap like a little baby doll. I rap like a baby doll. My name is Ouija Macc.
That's how he raps.
I think it's more nasally, like catch a samurai. But Madrox has that same voice. Like the high pitched kind of like nasally voice. It's just a different type of nasally.
Yeah, but he switches it up. That's the difference.
He
Well,
does
see,
switch
we-
it up. I do
you
get
just
annoyed
com-
by.
to
I
be
do get
fair-
annoyed by Madrox's voice a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
but to be fair, you just commented on how he was using a different voice.
Sure, but and I commented that voice wasn't as annoying.
Right. But okay, fair. What I'm saying, he can do different voices.
Yes.
And
Okay.
he does on this stuff.
Sometimes.
Yes.
That song's at least fun to like listen to. I can see that one being fun to listen to.
Track
that
are we
one.
on?
13 of 17. We're almost there. Don't worry.
Following it.
We're getting there. Gosh. Y'all hanging with us in the chat? I see y'all.
Fuck yeah, they're the shit.
It's a grind, man. It's a grind. Go lie.
It ain't no grind.
It's hard, man. I told these
We're
guys.
grinding.
I said this
I wanna go. This shit makes me motivated.
The Witcher.
I wanna be
Witcher,
grinding.
That's a great one. That's a great example.
Hitler the Witcher.
Hitler the wizard.
Hitler the Witcher.
And what's he even
Here.
saying there?
Hizzard.
Hizzard.
Yeah, that's the way right there. Hizzard the wizard.
Okay, once again,
This is a
another
skipper.
song about murdering people.
Nah, for me, this one's a skipper.
What's different though?
This kind of sounds
Because this
like
one doesn't have it doesn't hook me.
this definitely sounds like 2 or 3
The
tracks.
hooks are stronger on most of the other albums.
exactly like 2 or 3 tracks on
The
this album.
ones we pointed out, like I said, and that's for me. Almost every Ouija album is a few solid tracks and then some filler. And this is one of the filler songs. This one follows that kind of almost lazy blueprint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're right. We have heard this in like 2 other songs of the album, but the songs that are dope are fucking dope. That's what I'm saying. I like it.
Yeah, I feel like Ouija almost like he puts his heart and soul, as much as that is, into like a couple of songs, and then he's like, "Oh, I did it! My album, it's almost done."
I've got
I
5
just-
songs done. Now I just
No.
have to do the 12 fillers.
No, he literally makes the 2 songs. Okay, one more day in the studio and this album's done.
Yeah.
Then he goes in the studio for 1 day and it just pisses out the rest
He just
of it.
raps like one long song, and Devereau's like, I'll
Yeah.
mix it up into different beats.
I got
this.
you, bro. Yep,
Yeah,
we're gonna
no.
make $1 million.
I love Devereaux. We're gonna make $1 million smackaroos.
Dude, Devereaux does kind of look like Alex Abyss to me a little bit.
He does look like Alex
So
Abyss.
he
I
is-
thought that. Yeah.
He's like a little mini Alex.
yeah. You feel like he's gonna be like Ouija's Alex. Like 10 years from now, Ouija's gonna be like that motherfucker Devereaux. He was stealing money from me.
Dude, I was thinking, what if it was? How tight would it be? I'm gonna throw this out there into the universe.
Okay.
You know, Hoodoo's coming back, right?
Yes, Hoodoo is coming
maybe.
back.
We don't even know. He just made one post and said he's coming back. But what if Hoodoo came out on M&E?
What if Hoodoo came out with a song with Ouija Macc?
That's fine.
Right.
I wouldn't. I'd be disappointed
Let me ask you a
for
real
sure.
real question.
No, you didn't even answer mine.
Oh, wait, right. What if he came? That's fair. He came out on M&E. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I don't think it would be the right call.
I think it would be cool as shit.
I don't think it would be the right call for him.
I don't think so either.
I think the better call for him would be
go independent
Yes.
and feature Psychopathic.
Yeah, and ride with like make songs with like Light and Buckshot, and still maybe even do songs with whatever.
So he's not
Ouija
coming
or
back?
Darby or something like that.
I mean, he hasn't said anything. I
So
said
he's not riding with ICB when he comes back.
I don't know.
He hasn't mentioned that.
I don't think
He's
mentioned
wearing his hoodoo face paint, but then again, everybody who's
Yeah.
ex-Psychopathic keeps riding with their face paint.
They
so-
take their gimmick with them, you know.
Which you can't do that in WWE.
Can't.
Nope.
I'm
Once you
surprised
leave WWE, you can't take your fucking gimmick.
I'm shocked.
Jay lets him have it.
I'm shocked
So
Jay
cheers
never.
to Jay.
Yeah, I'm shocked he never like told them they couldn't take their gimmick. That must have been like his gift to them. Like, you will always have this gimmick.
From the one perspective, and like I believe there's two sides to every story, but from the one story, a lot of Juggalos view it as Jay was giving them everything they needed, even once they went off on their own. They were the ones that became more and more distant, more like, we don't want, like, because at first Jay was like, put the hatchet on y'all shit.
yeah.
You know, you can have the hatchet, keep on coming out to shows.
Yeah.
And then they started getting to the point where they were like, well, we'll do the gathering, but you got to give us our masters
Yeah.
first. And then, it kept going until it came to the March where they said, we're not doing the March.
Yeah.
And that was like their final signing off, like, we're not doing anything for you. Like, that was their cutting of the hatchet. But until then, you started seeing them use it less and less. They stopped using the word Juggalo and any Juggalo references for an album or two.
I'll say this: Madrox says Juggalo in his new album.
Yeah. They do it now, but like for a minute they stopped saying it, and then didn't like Monoxide talk some shit on people wearing ICP shirts in the crowd or something like that?
I think
That's
so.
been
But
years
But where are we
ago.
going?
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
are
but
we?
I mean-
What road are we going down here?
Oh, nothing. I was just saying, like,
Yeah,
I don't remember-
that's been years ago. So I think all that kind of shit's under the
But
water.
we were just
under
saying
the
though.
bridge with them, but Jay is the only one really kind of I think really holding on to it anymore. But anyway,
that was us talking about how they got to keep their gimmick is all.
oh
But-
yeah.
Jay, number one, Jay probably couldn't do anything about it. He's not Vince McMahon.
Yeah, he thinks he is.
He can't he's not going to be able to take these
He's the
artists
Vince
to
McMahon
court
of
about
psychopathic.
face paint and shit. It's just not. It's probably not what. It just wouldn't work. He's not going to spend the money to sue them.
Yeah, he could just hire like new guys and like this
Yeah.
is twisted.
Yeah, exactly.
What if he? Like,
I
what?
mean, he essentially did that. Yeah, everybody left, and bring somebody else
Well,
in
no,
and put paint on them.
My point was, it wasn't like he was trying to do that like a wrestling thing where like they just bring you still own the gimmick, so you just put another guy in the costume.
You're talking about what Vince McMahon
Yeah,
did. Like,
you know,
yeah,
that
exactly.
Wouldn't that
Doink.
be fucking
Yeah.
hilarious if like Jay was like, Twisted left, this is new Twisted.
Yeah.
Come on out, guys.
Yeah.
This is Duoxide and Happy Rocks.
Yeah.
Come on out.
Vince did that.
They're
Vince did
better.
that. When Nash and Hall left and went to WCW, Vince brought out two guys that looked like Nash and Hall.
Yeah. That's all. There you go, Jay. You just got to come out with Twisted too.
One other thing I thought was cool while listening to this Ouija Macc album. How cool? You know how Ouija Macc is psychopathic related, sampling all these psychopathic songs. His lore is all psychopathic or ICP related. What if Twisted had their own Ouija Macc that kind of did the same thing with Twisted songs? Would we be cool with that?
But if he's sampling,
I was paying attention to this song because it's one of my favorites on the album. We skipped it, but that's fine.
If he's sampling if what you're talking about happens and that this artist samples old Twisted, then it would be old Twisted on Psychopathic, and he would essentially be also pulling lore from ICP as well.
Yes, that's true.
But
shouldn't Ouija Macc lore include Twisted since Twisted was part of ICP's lore?
I would think so.
Why does he ever rap about Twisted? That's bullshit.
I don't know.
He's like left blaze and the twisted back and left blaze and the twisted back and which twist it, left blaze.
I think Jay. I think
blaze
Jay.
and twisted
I think it's
blaze.
like Jay was like walked into Psychopathic Records after the march and was like,
I mean, just
Rita, go through the records. Erase everything related to Twisted.
and she was like, "Are you sure, Jay? We can't get the records back." And he's like,
I said delete them.
and now they're gone forever. I think Twisted is erased.
Wow, maybe.
And I think Jay has a secretary named Rita.
Wow.
I think both of those are factual statements.
Wow, maybe.
Throwing it out there. Shout out Rita.
Go ahead, throw it out there, man.
Zorgatron said planchette Mac. That's what they call the Ouija thing.
Yeah, the planchette Mac.
It's kind of funny. Yeah, so they have their own Ouija Mac that samples Twisted. That's cool. I should do that.
What if
Mr.
Ouija Macc 2 comes out in like 20 years and like he samples Ouija Macc?
That will happen for sure.
Swill's sis Jess says that Ouija raps about Twisted in Hatchet Samurai.
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
He raps about murdering them or something, probably.
Probably.
That's cool. If that's true, that makes me like it more, and I really want to hear that.
Why did we not hear that? Was that on this album?
Yeah, we were talking over Hatchet Samurai. I mean, which is it's cool. We talk over albums.
We talk
That's
about
our
albums all
trademark.
the time, but if dope lines come up, we usually hear them.
Yeah, that's trademark. But
Yeah. Now, well, tell me which specific line it is, so I don't have to listen to the whole song again. Twisted can't be replaced. Everybody misses Twisted. That's true.
yeah, I don't. Look, I
That's
still
true power
fuck with
moves.
Twisted, but it's the same as I look at Ouija. If they're on make something that I'm not digging, I'm gonna call them on it. That doesn't mean I don't like them. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna do that with everybody.
Yes,
I hate
exactly.
on
Same here.
Most of the shit ICB does anymore. Like,
Yeah.
but I love them. You know?
Yes, exactly.
There's two. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can have an opinion about something, a negative opinion about something, and still like it,
Yeah.
or not hate it. That's the most certifiable thing. Is just because you don't like something doesn't mean you hate it.
Twisted
You can be completely indifferent to it.
Yeah, Twisted disappointed me for years and brought me back because they're just very dope. You know, like it doesn't. To me, it's all about. I just want to hear good music.
Oh, that's pretty cool. One of the other samurai he's hunting.
Yeah,
Oh.
like in it, I know he's hunting some samurai. I know one of the samurais. He says something about like they used to wear some painted. Go to the lyrics,
Bro, if that's true, that's tight. Like if he made a song where he just murders like former
It's called
psychopathic
the
people,
Hatchet-
that's tight
It's
as
called
fuck.
the song's like Hatchet Samurai.
That is tight as fuck.
Chosen by the master, jealous of his father, made him a disaster. Could have been protected, but he was a shady bastard. Kidnapping little girls to the hatchet, he must answer. The villagers have told me the location of the sucker. Found his guarded chambers and his henchmen. Yeah, I snuck him. Freed the mortal children from his dungeon, and I rushed him, but he jumped out the window like a pussy motherfucker.
That's not specific. Let's see, brother of the third, and they where's
And harboring of the brother of the third. They've been motherfucking worst and been harboring the first. Masters of betrayal. Oh, that's probably this one. Jealousy, thy curse. Found out where they dwell. Hatchet about to go berserk. They were easier to find because the first one left a trail. Slimy ass pedophile. Bitch had a smell. Walked up in that bitch and started opening they shell as my hatchet. This almost just sounds like he's killing pedophiles.
All right, let's see the
Not necessarily twisted.
third
the
verse.
fourth ninja, rumored to be deadly, showed up with an army, swore to come and get me. But my hatchet ready, chopped down 10 and 20, slaughtered 30, 40. Now the room is almost empty. Greed be your downfall. What you did for dollars.
This is what these fucking people do, man. This is what they
don't
do. They make shit up to make Ouija Macc sound dope as shit. Because if that was true, that would be dope as shit. It's not true. It's not true.
I don't see any
It could
references
be. Look,
to Twisted.
It's most like. Yeah, I do think that you're making that about Twisted.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong.
People want Ouija to talk shit about Twisted. Just like I remember when the beef first happened. Think of how many ICP songs that they dropped in that time where people were like, "Oh, they're talking about Twisted," but it's like you would listen to it back and you'd be like, "They're not talking about Twisted at all." Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, he's saying
think
shit
the
like
only
jealous
song-
of his father and shit like that. I mean, like,
yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
It
Like,
could be very subliminal, but like that's
the
whack
only
to me.
part.
Say it.
Well, the only part that I say that I would say that first verse is talking about Twisted at the beginning. First ninja, chosen by the master, jealous of his father, made him a disaster. Could have been protected, but he
That's
was
a
a shady.
stretch,
I like all that, but I'm talking about once he talks about pedophile. Ain't nobody saying Jamie's a pedophile. That rumor's like, if anybody, about Jay.
I've heard that rumor about monoxide. If you really want to,
you have? You've heard that rumor?
Yes.
about,
If you want to make that stretch, yes. Like,
I haven't heard that rumor, but
I
there you go.
still think that's like you're stretching. Like, I get what you're trying to do and shit, but like that is, come on, man. Like,
Maybe.
you're trying to make Ouija Macc better than he is. He's not. Like, there's not that much interesting lyrics there.
I think he really knows better than to like use to like really.
He's
go,
not going to
go at him
directly
with
say
their
it, but
names. He knows.
But I
better
could
than
see,
that.
I could see where they
I mean,
think it's about Twisted. I could see the where they're making that connection. That's what I'm saying. Because it sounds like the first verse he's talking about a jealous, like he's hunting down the first. You could say that the first verse he's hunting down Madrox, and the second verse he's hunting down Monoxide. If you want.
Okay,
subjective.
you know what? I'm gonna assume that. I'm just gonna assume that
you go.
because that makes the song cooler.
There
This
you
song
go.
he's hunting Twisted and Blaze. You can't tell me otherwise.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, at least then it's a decent song.
Right.
As I said, that was my favorite song in the album. It's still not a decent song. But if they had that, it would still be a decent song.
What are we on now?
This song's Acrylamide.
Acrylamide.
Here's the lyrics.
This one's a filler for me.
I feel like this beat could have been a lot better. Like, it just feels like it's not finished. I actually like this beat. I like the drum kit in this beat. It's not like the fucking same fucking 808 you hear basically in every other song.
Yeah.
Like this one's toned down. There's reverb on everything. It's not so locked in. It's not so rigid.
This song's it just makes me tired.
That's just because we've been doing the show. It's almost 9 o'clock. That's why we're getting tired.
Oh, yeah.
We're old.
Yeah, that's true. Shit. What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Ayo.
What's up, Genocide Cutter?
Genocide Cutter.
That's my guy.
Power moves. People we didn't get in the early shout-outs that joined later. Would have been here for a while. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. So the next song is called Sir Leamy of
Oh,
Lone.
wait. We got to go back to one song because we talked over it.
Oh, Jesus.
Look,
Why?
Because I wanted to bring up. We only got to go to the end of the song. Hold on. Let me see. The song is.
You don't even know which one it is.
Everything Gone.
Because they all sound the same.
No, Everything Gone. Play it and then go near the end of the song. Last week we talked about that dude Wiggles, Sean. He made the album. His what?
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah.
Was it here?
I think it's at the end of this song. I think it's this one.
I remember hearing that.
It's like the very end.
Whap, whap.
Yeah, whap, whap.
I hate that.
It's so addictive. I love it.
No. Oops. God damn it. Why are you doing that?
Whap, whap.
Look at the end of that beat's like. God, man. It's unnecessary. All right, hold on.
Oh, it was this one, yeah. I think.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. It's on there somewhere.
I reverse thread the machine.
All right, we'll listen to the last song. Sir Leamy of Lone.
Sir Leamy of Lone.
I get it. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
That's hilarious. It's like the Echo Side chorus. Yeah.
Well, it hasn't started yet.
No, that was the last song. Where he
Oh, yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Psycho
side. The psycho side. Poo-poo side. I want to go to the poo-poo side.
Same drum kit on every other
Dropping,
song.
Trip dropping.
Oh man, that just sounds not. That sounds like off-putting.
What?
This song, just the entirety of the song sounds very off-putting.
I think it's a good closer song.
I don't know. It might be the sample and the cadence that's like not doing it for me.
Hey, look, it's Shakespeare, man. But I like the sound of this one because it's like, it's a good closer because like it's kind of got the I don't want to say like heartfelt, but the sound of the beat is almost like sad. You know what I mean? It's a good closer. Usually when on my closer song, I either want to be made sad or hopeful.
I get it. And this gives me, I guess, that like the if I didn't speak English and just was listening to the song, I would get that vibe from this song. Yes.
Yeah, right.
You know.
But
unfortunately, I speak English, so I can hear the words. And
I love that
understand
line. Unfortunately, I speak English.
So I'm just not impressed, man. Like.
I fuck with it, but like I said, this one isn't a standout song by any means, but it's a good little closer.
I mean, I would challenge anyone. This album's only been out a couple days. People probably haven't memorized it yet. I mean, just challenge yourself. Turn on this album. Just have a friend pick any song, start in the middle of it, play to 15 seconds of the album and say, guess which song that was. You couldn't.
If you give me 1 week, if you gave me 1 week to listen to this album, I could do that. I could do that. I would be willing to put money on it. I would be willing to put money on it that if you took a 10-second clip and you played it here in 1 week on the next show, I would be willing to bet $50. I could pick out what song it was.
You would know what song it
Yep,
was.
if you played a 10-second, you could pick the 10-second clip and everything.
10-second clip would be easy.
What? No, hold on. So how long are you talking?
10-second clip
you
is a
talking
long
if he just,
time.
You just talking about if he just went Ouija? Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, no, I'd say not that, but 10 seconds is long.
But dude, if you but I'm saying 5 seconds.
We could probably do that.
Yeah, but if dude, there's most twisted songs. If you played me fucking 10, 5 or 1 second, I wouldn't be able to tell you what song it is.
I could probably play an entire verse in like.
No, see, I disagree. I would put money. I would put money. Friendly bet between us as friends.
Yeah, I would say like
gentleman's
5
bet.
seconds.
I would put like $50 on the fact
1,
that you
2,
could play it.
3, 4, 5. I think that does it. That'd be
5.
fine.
Yeah, I could do 5 seconds because that's a bar or two. I would put $50 on it.
I mean, look, I
And
want
I'd let you pick the bar.
I'd want to take you up on this, but like, I know
You don't want me to listen to more Ouija.
Exactly. That's really it. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. That was it. I don't want to force you to keep listening.
No,
to it,
it's not forced. I'll look. I would. It's $50. I'm earning money. And then at least when he's performing, I'll know one catalog full of songs. I'll be able to go. I'll be able to go. Hey, this is Praise to the Funk. Hey, this is Hatchet Samurai. Third verse.
Man, I really like that'd be a fun game, but I do not want to do that. I don't want to make you do that. I don't want to keep playing Ouija Macc here.
I'm just saying. Look, I'm glad you did though. I'm glad you at least gave an album a shot for me. Yeah, you at least humored me, and let me have one Ouija album on here.
Yeah, man. I know there's a lot of Ouija fans out there, and I know some of them watch our show for some reason and still like us. And I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, if you like Ouija Macc and you still fuck with us, that is cool as shit to me. Because
that surprises me, but fuck yeah.
There's a lot of people that have shown otherwise, and I just don't think that's called for. Y'all can like whatever other shitty music you want. I can make fun of you or whatever. You know, I can be like, that shit sucks, bro. Why you listen? Laugh about it. You know.
Yeah. I do.
It's not that serious.
I do think that a majority of fans of Ouija are the same as Juggalos when we were young. Like, they're not assholes. They really are cool. I think they want recognition that Ouija is talented from old heads. I think that's one of the biggest things that frustrates younger people in the scene is that old heads blatantly will say, Ouija's whack, he's trash, fuck that dude, get rid of his ass, dude, he's fucking poison to the scene, and things like that.
That's a few commenters, in our world.
That's hip hop in general.
But
I'd say a vast majority are like really cool.
I'm sure, and there's a lot to go on what you just said. There's a lot of old heads I've met that fuck with Ouija, and that's cool too. I'll still like make fun of them and give you shit for it because I think. Because I'm just that kind of guy, and I think that kind of stuff's funny. But it's nothing more than that, Like, we can all like what we like. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, I don't like Ouija. He does. I don't give a shit if he likes Ouija. Does it make me like him a little bit less? Yes,
Guys,
of course.
Yeah, we like if you one of our good friends. I'm not gonna say his name, but shout out to Mike. Talks about how ass Buckshot is.
Yeah.
We fuck with Buckshot though. There are people out there. We don't have to like the same fucking things.
And you know what? I've talked about how ass Buckshot is.
Yeah. I think the one thing that unites us is ICP.
Of course.
Yeah, we all fuck with ICP, man. The rest of the shit is just bonuses.
Just fucking with ICP is enough for me. Like, I don't give a fuck who else you like. If you like ICP, that makes you cool as shit to me.
Yeah.
That's really all it takes. I don't give a fuck. Like,
or just at least
got good
respect
taste
them, because I know a lot of these young juggalos don't know a lot of ICP music. Because I've talked to them at the gatherings, and it's like they don't know what the songs are.
But that's what I give them.
And I don't care about
I'm
that.
not mad at
Ouija and Darby, I do give them respect for that though, because they do push this shit on that culture. They do say, "Yo, y'all need to learn this shit."
I'm not mad. Yeah, I'm not mad about that, and I'm not mad at younger juggalos not knowing ICP. But you can tell they respect it. They respect, like they know that this is all built from them, and they respect it.
And a lot of that's because Ouija shows respect. And I don't want to take that away from. If there's anything to take away from my opinion of Ouija Macc, I don't think Ouija Macc is a Juffalo or not a Juggalo. I don't buy into any of that shit about him, You know, sure, I said it was a cash grab, and I still think a lot of what he does is. A lot of what ICP does is a cash grab, but that's besides the point. I think Ouija does love juggalos, and he's in it for the culture. I truly feel like that, and I like what he's doing with all of his fans. And I do know and recognize that he loves ICP, he respects him, and all of Chapter 17ers seem to respect ICP as well, and that's very cool. I hope that always stays like that. But that said, be cool with me. Just let me talk shit about Ouija Macc.
Yeah, exactly. You can talk shit about anything that you want, and we can talk about shit or talk shit about anything we want. Same with him. That's part of a juggalo's freedom,
ICP
man.
sat up there and listened to everybody talk shit about them for years. They let it roll off their backs. They didn't give a fuck. Even their own fans, like they just it's whatever.
Every old school juggalo has been through it, where you're sitting in the classroom and somebody goes, what's this shit? And you're like, they're looking through your CD book and somebody goes, ICP, that shit sucks. And somebody's like, you like ICP? Oh, they fucking suck. And dude, you know how many times somebody's told me ICP is fucking ass?
Yeah.
You had to get thick skin and learn how to laugh that shit off. But that's what I don't like about some of these new schoolers is you say one fucking negative thing and all of a sudden it's like they're like, fuck you, man, fuck you, I'm done with you. Like they get so fucking offended. Who gives a fuck if someone doesn't like what you like? Hey, if you're that mad, hate on what I like. Try to get some revenge. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give a fuck, but still, go for it. You know what I mean? If it makes you feel better. But throwing a little fit about it and crying and whining and acting like everyone has to be, if it has the hatchet man associated with it, it's good. That's horseshit.
It's the calling people juffs for not liking Ouija Macc.
Yes.
Like calling people juffs is some of the most juff shit you could do. Like,
yeah, unless they're fucking bigots or some shit, or like they beat their fucking girl or they're pedophiles. Other than that, don't call them a fucking juff because of their preferences.
Calling like old school juggalos who like ICP and don't like Ouija juffs, like they're probably listening to ICP, hollering juggalo shit before they were born. It's just funny.
Yeah, man.
It's just crazy. Yeah, but somebody says they met a lot of Ouija fans that feel forced to listen to ICP. But it goes the other way. Old school juggalos were walking around the gathering grounds. I'm hearing Ouija everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like we could all say the same thing. You go back and forth, but to me, it's just that's kind of the point. You go to the gathering, you're going to be forced to hear. I don't know if they're talking about like at shows or like their friends or their old head people they know are forcing them like sit down and listen.
Yeah.
But just in the atmosphere at shows and shit, yeah, we're all going to be forced to listen to everything.
If someone in chat said all hell bash the dead guy, the master. Actually, I'm glad you brought him up because that's a perfect example. That dude pisses so many fucking people off by doing shit that you shouldn't give a fuck about. Like when he burned like the Ouija merch, people went bananas on that dude. And it's like, why do you give a fuck?
And not to mention
he
like
bought it. Who gives a fuck what he does with it, right?
Not to mention like we like Bash around here. Bash is obviously a troll.
Yeah, he
like,
trolls.
He does shit for clicks and views. Like, if you're getting mad about anything he does, like you're
a pawn.
You're falling for it.
Yeah, you're a pawn. Yeah, exactly.
Be smarter than that.
Yeah, roll your eyes and be like, fuck off. Yeah, like move on.
That's the difference between him and us. We troll too, but we try not to put out like click shit.
We don't want to piss
We're
people
not
off.
like just here, click on this to see the truth.
But still, I ain't got no problem with
who
that.
we
I know
are.
a lot of people do, but if you do, that's your personal problem. But I think it's silly as fuck. Same thing with like Blunt Man. Like you got problems with people, have your fucking problems, but stop acting like everybody's got to have the same opinions as you. That's all I'm saying. Motherfuckers, we got different opinions. We're juggalos. The most important aspect of being a juggalo to me is freedom to be who you want to be with no shame about it. That I think is 101 of being a juggalo. Be who the fuck you are. Who gives a fuck if anyone likes it? You are you, and that's dope. Fuck them.
It was just so much
That's
different. So much different when we were younger. The juggalo world was smaller. There wasn't as many artists. There wasn't, you know what I mean? It was more glued together. It was just a different vibe. Everybody seemed to be on the same page back then. That's what old school juggalos feel like they're missing and shit. But once the juggalo world became 20 years old and there's way more artists and all this shit like that, it's just never going to be like that forever.
Yeah, it was going. It was bound to scatter.
Yeah, it's going to have to evolve. It has to evolve with the times, and I think that Ouija is going to continue to also evolve his sound with his fan base. we're hearing more of the, yeah style now, getting away from lyrics. But who's to say as he gets older and he has more experiences and he's going to want to share more of those experiences and thoughts, that he doesn't make more deep lyrical songs. You know what I mean? He's living that kind of young party shit right now.
I'm not, and for the record, I think Ouija's like close to our age. Like, I don't think he's like some young chap.
I thought he was like early 30s.
I don't know. But
maybe I'm wrong.
Either way, like, I'm not like throwing in the towel on Ouija Macc forever. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't like anything I've ever heard. That's okay. Like, not to say I won't keep. I mean, I'm gonna keep hearing about him if he's gonna keep being, part of the Juggalo world. I'm not. Yes. I'm not gonna complain about it. I don't give a fuck. I'll just keep listening to what I like. He
brings people paying money to.
Will said he's 40, so he is our age.
Yeah, he brings people into the Juggalo world and continues to pay and give money to ICP so they can continue to make music and do the things that I like. So yeah.
Man, I'm not mad about any of that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. He's there for a reason, and it's part of the culture.
That said, why the fuck Wacko the Kid's still around? That's a huge
yeah, I'm not a fan of Wacko. I'm sure he's a nice guy or whatever. But like, yeah, I am not a fan.
Y'all just have higher standards. Stop buying Shaggy the Airhead rap music. Stop buying Wacko the Kid rap music. We don't want it. Like, Ouija Macc is that's fine if y'all like that, but come the fuck on, y'all. Have standards.
Look, I will say this about the whole Wacko situation. All right. I fuck with Ouija, and I have no shame of that. I fuck with Darby. I have no shame in that. But I'm also going to call it how I see it, and Wacko makes mainstream rap. That's the only reason I don't fuck with that. I don't give a fuck about rap about having your how much money you got and how flossing you are, and I'm the shit and bitches on my dick and all that. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like that's just not for me,
that's just Jay's plug. We know it's not. It's obvious.
Cheers to the kid, man. Keep doing your grind. It's just not for me.
No, please stop doing your grind.
Don't do it here.
Stop grinding here, dude. Get it the fuck away from us.
Yeah, I'm not.
Please.
Okay. I gotta support my friend at some points, guys. Okay, guys.
All right.
And Solid Psycho. I'm glad you're here in the chat. He says the album was mid though. For Ouija, it was a middle of the lane album. I agree. But I also don't think it's a whack album. I did find some enjoyment in like 4 or 5 songs. I like 4 or 5 songs. They went on my playlist. So I'm glad I'm very happy with this conversation because I at least got you to say some nice things. Yeah. You didn't get my goal of saying I like this song. I didn't get you to say I like this song, even though you came really close with that one I showed you, that Shoot to Kill. That one. It was like, listen to that one. I think you'll like it.
This album was like eating a big bowl of mashed potatoes with no butter or gravy. but a
little bit of salt here and there.
Maybe once in a while I got a bite that had like a piece of like skin and it had some flavor in it. That's what this album was like.
See, for me, it's like eating a bowl of potatoes, but every once in a while you like pull some potatoes to the side and you're like, what's this? And you pull out a piece of ribeye. And you're like, okay. And you eat it, but then you look and you're like, there must be more ribeye. And you're like, it's just potatoes. So you eat like 3 more bites of potatoes, but then you're like, wait, there is more ribeye. So you eat it. That's the way I look at this album.
I don't think there's any ribeye here.
But dude, there's some ribeye. There's some ribeye. I'm saying there's some. Right. A1 certified Angus, maybe not, but there's some USDA choice ribeye in this shit. Meat eaters
maybe
know what I'm talking about.
Maybe like a little piece of chuck eye.
Chuck eye can be better than ribeye if you cook it right. Okay, sorry.
I like chuck
eye. Not to talk about meat, but
all right, y'all. You ready? I think we said it all. Yeah. I'm so done with this.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Get the fuck out. Thanks for giving it a shot, Keezy. I appreciate you, brother.
Man. I
really
tried.
Thank you for being positive to God, and thank you, Carver, for staying awake.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It was
you guys.
It was fun time, and we're gonna slide this one back into the deck
because shuffle out of here.
Well,
he belongs here.
Yeah, and we will see you guys this weekend at the Big Ballers.
Yes, we'll be there.
We will fucking be there. And Axmas, possibly for me, Clocksmiths. These guys probably not, but I will maybe be there. We'll see how I feel. Whoop whoop. C17, psychopathic, all that shit.